Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation, as always, at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. What's going on, fellas?
Nothing, man. A great day to be alive, man. You're right.
Great day to be human and alive.
And alive.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Why are you guys saying it like that?
It's the fact.
Pure observation.
Yeah.
That's why I say it every day, and it's a great day to be alive. Like, if you're with us and the heart's beating, no bad things about that.
Yeah, especially if you're a human.
If you're kicking.
Yes, Bradley?
Speaking of humans and animals, remember on Friday we talked about
Who say anything about animals?
well, specifically about being a human. Remember we talked about going to the zoo on Friday?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't end up going to the zoo. We went to the Mitchell Park Domes.
Ooh.
Greenhouses are crazy.
Explain.
You can create a whole nother environment inside of that greenhouse. There's a tropical dome. There's a desert dome. You can go in there and literally only plants that can survive in tropical locations, boom, just grow right there in a greenhouse. Meanwhile, we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's crazy. I truly don't understand how it works.
I love your curiosity. You're just so much smarter than us.
Well,
that I agree. I agree. The curiosity.
Maybe my mind works just a little bit. You wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think how does this happen? I mean, here.
No, I just think it'd be like, oh wow,
tropical plant from South Africa, and it's thriving. And I'm in Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. I feel that, but then you would go and actually research and read a book about it, where I would just maybe watch a YouTube video, where Ben would be like, oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Great. Onwards.
It is crazy, though. Sun penetrates the greenhouse, gets trapped in there. It's wild.
Oh, see, you did research.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I need to know.
Like if someone asked me what's the definition of a greenhouse, I couldn't tell you.
What do you know? What do you know about greenhouses?
I know that plants are kept in there and they're able to be kept warm, right? And plants grow in there.
Yeah, environment, right? Yeah, I'm with Ben on that one. I know it keeps something in there. It keeps some of the photosynthesis stuff that it goes through.
Photosynthesis.
Something.
Now you're throwing out a word that you don't actually know the meaning of.
There's something with photosynthesis happens for plants inside there. Am I lying, Bradley?
No, you're not lying.
Okay,
you're
so
correct.
I'm just throwing terms around.
You got lucky.
Terms.
You got lucky.
Huh? I remember photosynthesis. That's the only thing I remember from science class.
All right, Wisconsin folks here this morning on Unsportsmanlike across ESPN Radio and mornings on ESPN Wisconsin. Evan Cohen,
the app,
Chris Canty, Michelle Smallman. It's exactly what I did, Kyle. And if you haven't heard, hit the sound effect machine, Strofe.
Now this is some breaking news.
It's easier than ever now. It is easier than ever to access Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You can go to your app store. Boom. ESPN Wisconsin. If you already had Wisconsin On Demand's app, it will automatically refresh for you. You click ESPN Wisconsin. Boom. You open it up. You're going to be hearing us live. You can put your favorite shows wherever you want, like Kyle, Brust, Nortman at the top. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. It literally has everything you need. We're going to have contests on there. It's going to be streamlining everything. I'm looking at Alex Strofe ugly mug for Mr. Relevant on the ESPN Wisconsin Originals. Kyle, Brust, Nortman, Will Dientausch, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Homer Hour, Jim, Matt, and Molly, The Damn Sports Show. You hear any of our content, it will live on the ESPN Wisconsin app. So download it today, right now, when you can safely do so. So in opening up my ESPN Wisconsin app, boom. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy went to a little break, so I went over doing Sportsmanlike. And what were they talking about? The Milwaukee Bucks, and they put this out on Twitter at Unsports ESPN. Complete this take. If the Milwaukee Bucks lose to the Indiana Pacers in the first round, then what? And the reason why, look, I try not to, I've never been the Giannis is going to leave guy. Still don't think I'm the Giannis is going to leave guy. But there reaches a point in everyone's career, we've seen it in all of sports, from Peyton Manning to Aaron Rodgers to Brett Favre, best players don't stay in one place for their entire career. It's so rare for that to happen. What Giannis has graced the city of Milwaukee with is an unbelievable amount of loyalty. But as a competitor and as somebody who has an unbelievable drive to want more, this is a huge playoff push here for the Milwaukee Bucks. So on this statement, which I hope is not true, if they do lose to the Pacers in the first round, what do you believe is the fill in the blank there?
Well, my fill in the blank is get the cameras and the documentaries ready because it will be one last dance. I know I thought that last year, but seeing how this team plays, I do think they run it back one more year. You still have Giannis and Dame and Kuzma under contract next year. That has become your three. And honestly, we haven't seen the three of them play together for any length of time. Once again, we go into the playoffs where one of your two best players is not healthy, and this time being Dame. Giannis is healthy, and he is playing as good as he ever has his entire career. So if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, even if you're Giannis, you're looking at this and saying, Giannis is still well within his prime. He is well within it, and he's playing like that. You just need Dame healthy. You need a capable number three, which I believe Kyle Kuzma can be. He's showing that he's very comfortable in Milwaukee Buck uniform and playing well. So I think that it would be too soon to blow it all up, even after one first-round exit, because it was the same thing last year. Same thing last year and the year before, where you looked at it and said, they're just not healthy. I want to see this team healthy. I want to see this team healthy in the playoffs, fully healthy. And I think you spin the block one more time with everybody, and then you see where the chips lie.
Look at you using spin the block.
Spin the block. Look at me, Kyle. I'm an evolved human being.
It's like you grew up in Milwaukee. Happy 414 day. But let me tell you this right now. If the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis again fail to get out of the first round again, another year in a row. I understand that it's unfortunate that the injuries have kept us from being able to be our full healthy self. Basically, since we made it to the NBA championship, and even through that run, we had to overcome some adversity. But if the Milwaukee Bucks do not get out the first round in this season, change is coming. Change is coming with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Kind of change.
Some type of change. There's going to have to be some type of movement because you cannot fail year after year after year. I understand there's an excuse for failure, but at a certain point, you have to change something. So whether or not it's a change in the front office or whether or not it's a change on the court or whatever it is, something has to change. So for these Milwaukee Bucks, if they do not get out the first round, I do believe that on sportsmanlike, they were on to something, that something has to give. Giannis wants to win a championship. Dame wants to win a championship as well. And if they cannot create that, we got to figure something out. So overall, for me, I feel great about where this roster is going and where this team is going. I think
you feel great about where the roster is going?
I actually think
I would feel good to okay to good.
Yeah,
great.
If
it was great, then we wouldn't be having the hypothetical if they lose to the Pacers in the first round.
Wait a minute now, fellas. There's some guys coming off the books. You have some flexibility with the cap. And then in the NBA that we live in now, I was having a conversation with somebody. We were talking about the NBA and the Bucks and the basketball and looking forward to next season, is that the Bucks have something by trading away Chris Middleton. It gave you some more financial flexibility, right? And so, when you have guys coming off the books, Pat Connaughton coming off the books, I believe Brook Lopez contract is up as well. But you have now money. And now in the day and age that we live in the NBA, guess what? All you see is mega contracts, and then you see these guys who are really good players. Like Gary Trent is a good player, but he's not making a lot of money. We have Malik Beasley on our team, who the one, Giannis was shaking it in front of him, doing his dance in front of him. Malik Beasley is a good player, but wasn't making too much money last year. Why? It's because you have the haves in the they have, but the have-nots in the NBA where there's these mid-level exceptions that allow for teams like the Milwaukee Bucks to get good veteran pieces like a KPJ, Kevin Porter Jr., or like a Gary Trent at a discounted rate to allow for you to build up your roster. So those guys have a choice to make. Do I go to try to make some more money on a loser team, or do I make less money on a winning basketball team? That's where the Bucks are at. So they have some more flexibility, but there needs to be some type of change because right now the vision that the Bucks have, it has not been successful since they won the championship.
800-990-3776, the Carbless talk and text line. This from Unsportsmanlike Mornings on ESPN Wisconsin. If the Milwaukee Bucks lose in the first round to the Indiana Pacers, then you fill in the blank, KBN Nation. This is what I would want. I don't know if it's achievable based off how many head coaches they are paying. I would love to spin the block to take it from Brad Nortman and bring Mike Budenholzer back.
What?
Yes.
Not a Doc guy? They just extended Doc, didn't they?
No, they just signed Doc. They're still paying Mike Budenholzer probably. They're
Pay
still
him again.
And Griffin.
They're still paying Booty. They're still paying Griffin. You gonna tell me you're gonna be
Pay him again.
I guess if you're already paying him, you might as well just bring him back.
Just double it up.
So you said the Bucks should go and bring back the guy that they fired because he could not still get us over the hump.
Oh, yeah?
It was a
How has it gone since Mike Budenholzer's left?
It hasn't been great.
Exactly.
But we got to act like it wasn't amazing. It was great with him here. But if it wasn't for a toe on the line, we still made a championship.
What are you saying,
stop
Kyle?
it.
Come on, don't do that.
It's the truth.
Yes, over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that Mike Budenholzer's contract with the Bucks comes to an end at the close of this season.
Oh, yeah.
So if they were to bring him back, they would still only be paying 3 head coaches.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Just like that.
So it's the same thing.
No salary cap there?
Yeah.
it's very
Might as well
true.
pay 3 head coaches.
Jimmy Haslam got it. He got it.
That's why
Is it a coach problem, though? Like, is that what the team has? Because I don't think so. I feel like it's just a continuity. Which I guess the coach plays a role. Ben, you're the basketball guy. You know more than me. I think it's health and time together. I think that with Dame and Giannis, if they can, and maybe the question is, can Dame be vintage Dame? Because we know Giannis is prime Giannis right now. You've got Giannis and Dame. Kuzma, who's an ascending star.
He ain't no ascending star. Easy now, Brad.
He can be a 3 on NBA
Ascending star?
Kuzma, he's struggling now, but let me tell you, Kuzma,
can be a 3.
He balled out yesterday in the first quarter.
That's great.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, my God.
That's great. There was a reason why he was playing when all the rest of the good players were sitting out of fake injuries.
Yeah, to get him into a rhythm,
Someone's gotta be
right?
out
Pat
there.
Connaughton looked like a damn MVP yesterday.
40 burger.
43. This man had been on the bench the whole year. He couldn't get on the court and drop 43 against the G League All-Stars. But to Brad's point, I do believe that Kyle Kuzma can be part of the future. He has to find a way to find his rhythm and fit. And maybe during the regular season, he wasn't able to find that. But going into next year, if you do bring back Giannis, if you do bring back Dame, and you bring back a Kyle Kuzma, you bring back a Kevin Porter Jr., you have something that Brad says. Continuity of guys saying, okay, this is what we're going to look like next year, but also you have a little youthfulness on this basketball team.
I just think if we lose Giannis in any way, we are going back to the 90s and the mid-2000s Bucks, which is great. I mean, maybe we'll be in the playoff
Which
games.
is great.
I'm sarcastically saying, which is great. You're going to be in the playoff, the play-in games. Maybe you hope for one decent all-star that you can root for. Go Michael Redd. Go Ray Allen. Guys like that. But you're never going to be in a situation to really – we're never having Giannis again. So that's why I think you wring that out and you see that through as much as you possibly can. Because if you get – even if you get a load of draft picks – dude, you're never going to find another Giannis.
Yeah.
Ever.
100%. And the thing is, if we don't get out the first round, guess who's gone? John Horst.
Oh, now that's a big change.
100%. 100%.
Somebody's got to be the fall guy.
100%. It's John Horst got to go. He's got to go. He tried to leave last offseason.
That's true, he did.
Yeah, he was trying to go to Detroit. Got to go.
But what will the new GM have? They're sort of stuck. They have no draft picks.
But they'll have some type of financial flexibility with money
to get a free agent or
to
trade.
be able to go get free agents or make a trade, but definitely free agents. I think the Milwaukee Bucks are in a better position, but they're going to have to shake it up, and that shake up comes with the general manager. He had many shots at it, and we're living in a day and age right now where who just got fired? Mike Malone just got fired. We fired Booty as well before,
and their GM.
Yeah, and so you're firing championship formulas because the goal is to win a championship, and teams are winning one, but they're not going back. What are you laughing
You
for?
want Budenholzer back just so you can call him Booty again.
It's Booty because I was wondering why I called it Coach Booty. It's Budenholzer.
Yeah.
Booty.
Yeah,
You
call
just
Bud,
realized
call Bud.
why?
No, I'm just saying, y'all call him Coach Bud. I call him Coach Booty because it's Booty
You think he would?
Budenholzer.
You think if we had him on, you say, you know what? I like that nickname, Coach Booty.
Yeah, he'll like that. I'm not saying Booty like backside. I'm saying Booty like Booty.
Speaking of Michael Redd, Tony Cartagena, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, they're dropping a little sneak preview, I believe, on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ooh.
The all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it on your app store, and I believe if you have an Android phone, we're getting that worked out. You can just search Wisconsin On Demand, and it will have the same functionality that it does and that will be up and running shortly, as seamless as it is for the App Store for you iPhones. But a little sneak preview to the Thanasis Michael Redd interview for the Thanalysis Show. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. And Brad, I just want you to know, Kyle Kuzma's been really, really bad.
Yeah, but
Like, no. I'm telling you, like, this is one where I'm trying to do you a solid.
But he's only been here like less than a month.
Brad,
right?
I'm trying to do you a solid. Just trust me on this one. You don't want to put your name with Kyle Kuzma. He's been booty. He's been real booty.
He's been inconsistent. He's been the same guy in Washington that he's inconsistent. He hasn't found a flow. But he's got some talent in there.
If Kyle has his green and gold glasses, I'm trying to put my green and cream glasses on. I'm trying to, come on, Bucks.
Like
we only got a small window now. Small window.
Yeah, but like in order to have green and cream, Kyle Kuzma's supposed to have shown you something to be optimistic for.
Yeah.
You're asking for Lucas Van Ness to be an All-Pro right now for Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
No, it's that bad.
Kyle will be
It's that bad. It's that bad.
If they bring him back, he'll be fine next year. If they don't trade him this offseason, he'll be fine.
And this is when I can't talk basketball anymore, when we think Kyle Kuzma is going to be anything.
You don't
Is
think
it
he'll be
redeemable?
fine?
He has been trash.
He has.
But is his game redeemable? Like,
He's
we've
the
seen
same
flashes.
guy he's been.
I think he can.
I feel like every time I've done this with you guys, every Bucks.
Man, you don't know basketball.
Pat Beverly was the savior to Kyle Wallace
Until he got hurt.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a
He
dog.
would have been the difference last year. Kyle Kuzma, he's going to be the guy, man. He sucks right now. If we're being honest, he has sucked.
He has been frustrating.
Yes, I know.
I've been because I thought eventually it was going to come together. But again, he's a big body.
Here we go. Goggles guy.
He dropped. He had 22 points in 12 minutes. He found his stroke yesterday.
That's it.
He
Just
found
bottle
himself.
that up, baby.
He
Bottle it up.
found himself against the G League. That's all he needed was some G League guys.
Nothing like a good G League run before you play in a set of. Gosh, I always get confused. It's a 7-game series.
Yeah, 7 games.
Bro was 8 for 10 yesterday, and he hit 5 threes in the first quarter.
Ooh, baby.
I'm done with you guys.
You just don't know how to shoot all of a sudden.
That's the future.
Thank you. He found his stroke. Doc know what he's doing. Matter of fact, if Pat Connaughton hit open threes, this team going to the final.
You know
Where
what?
could we go?
He's going. He can't play
Pat
defense.
he's not
Connaughton,
gonna be on
Kyle
the floor.
Kuzma. No. Pat Connaughton, Kyle Kuzma, AJ Green. Who else should we start?
Not
to be
start.
honest,
No, I mean, you guys think that these are God's gifts,
If
you know?
if Pat Connaughton was hitting open shots like he was yesterday, he would have played.
He won't be on the floor against the Pacers.
He might
should-
get some hard 5 minutes.
He won't,
He
guys.
He can't defend.
He
but-
can't move anymore. This guy was in a dunk contest. He can barely leave the ground anymore.
He dunked yesterday on a fast. He had 43 yesterday. I was at the game. I was like, dog, the NBA players are so good.
So this is what happened. Kyle was in person, and he thinks the one game. Oh, Palm.
Yes.
Palm.
Prisoner of the moment.
But how incredible that a guy legitimately was written off because he can't play defense anymore. He wasn't making shots. Like he just can't play. He played like MJ yesterday. They went into overtime and he kept
MJ.
No, hey, dog.
What are we doing?
I'm pretty sure he had 35 going into overtime, and then he dropped another 7 and led him to the victory. At 30-some years old, 35 years old, that's impressive.
You guys are very optimistic, and I appreciate it. But golly, Kyle Kuzma sucks, and Pat Connaughton's not going to see the floor. What happens if the Bucks lose in the first round of the Pacers? Somehow we got to Pat Connaughton being the star and being compared to MJ.
Oh, he's only 32, so he's still got a little.
Oh, how about that little
gas left in
runway?
the tank, yeah.
The future.
It's exactly why you thought he was 35,
just
because
ask
he
you-
looks 35.
Well, can I ask you a quick question?
Go ahead.
If Pat Connaughton, if he does get in, it's because we're obviously down and Doc's trying to figure something out and he needs somebody to shoot. If Pat Connaughton hits open shots, he's playable if he hits open shots.
Can't guard anybody,
Layable.
man.
I know, but if ain't nobody else hitting, that was the problem wrong. Giannis's guys weren't hitting shots.
Unfortunately, 2021 was 4 years ago. He was electric. I will always thank him for what he did.
28-32 is crazy.
Quick drop off.
Boy,
That maybe Goody's onto something.
what is Strofe going to be in 4 years?
Oh my gosh. 26 to 30 stroke.
His 40 time's going to be 8-2.
I don't feel like I'm the type of person that should ever be 30. Like, I feel like I should just be permanently stuck at 26.
That's a
Tuck everlasting.
narcissistic take right there.
No, I just think nobody should view me as a real adult. Young adult, maybe. You know?
Wow. That was deep.
Profound.
Very profound.
You know me.
Kind of pathetic.
Speaking of Goody's type, do we buck the trend? Nailed it. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Looking for a Milwaukee tradition? It's Saz, and for nearly 50 years, Saz's have been serving up award-winning ribs that'll make your taste buds dance. Don't miss our festival-famous mozzarella marinara, the appetizer that put us on the map and keeps Milwaukee coming back for more. Whether you're heading to a game or just catching up with family and friends, make Saz's your place to go. 55th and State. Saz's, where memories are made and stories are shared, one delicious bite at a time. Saz's State House, the finest. A Milwaukee tradition since 1976.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Well, what started as an extremely promising road trip for the Brewers ended in despair as they fall back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday in Arizona to the Diamondbacks. On Saturday, 5-4, a come-from-behind loss for the D-backs, including a walk-off. And on Sunday, a 5-2 loss for the Brewers. Here's manager Pat Murphy.
You got to give them credit. They stayed relentless. They didn't strike out at the end too much. We did. We struck out far too many times. We had some unproductive spots in our order. But, you can't just ask Shiro and Terang to get 3 hits.
Back home for the Crew this week with series against the Detroit Tigers and the Athletics.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Quality isn't just a promise, it's a process. At Higher Love, they craft with integrity, delivering farm-to-table products you can trust. As the only Clean Green certified organic cultivator in the Upper Peninsula, Higher Love takes pride in growing pure premium products, meaning better quality at better value and a difference you can feel. You can find Higher Love just across the border in Menominee and Ironwood, or at any of their 9 locations throughout the UP. Get more information at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app is live. Download the app today for your chance to win an all-inclusive private tailgate experience during day 3 of the NFL Draft in Green Bay. Open up the ESPN Wisconsin app, check out the contest tab, and register for your chance to win. For all of you Apple, iPhone, App Store users, you definitely can find ESPN Wisconsin app. We're in the process of getting the Android Google Play Store.
But it's there.
It's there.
It's
Just
there.
search.
I got
it's
it on my
Wisconsin
phone.
on Demand, but it has the
takes
same
time.
functionality as it does for ESPN Wisconsin's app, and
Yeah,
it
look
will
at it.
transition.
Man, life is all about convenience. That app is unbelievably convenient. It was kind of not an easy way to go access us. Now, with this,
It's just
this
so
app is
easy.
ridiculous.
The
It's so
station
great.
plays as soon as you open up the ESPN Wisconsin app.
But you see the watch part? They have the watch tab now. You can
Oh,
click the
we
watch.
just added the watch
Yeah,
tab?
you can just go to the app and
Link
click
right
it
to
and
YouTube?
link right to YouTube. Look
Hey,
at that.
That's us right
powerful.
there.
Look at that. I love this new app.
Again, this is an opportunity for you to have an unbelievable tailgating experience for day 3 of the draft as well. Get the ESPN Wisconsin app, check out the contest tab, and register for your chance to win. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Stroll for running the show. UKBN Nation, as always, 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. And as Kyle just mentioned, if you open up the ESPN Wisconsin app, you can click Watch Live, boom, right to YouTube at ESPN Wisconsin on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Now, let's dream. Or maybe this isn't your dream. What % chance do you give the Packers to legitimately, like Brad, you've been on this kick.
More than a kick.
Like Kyle's
What's more than a kick?
Yeah, I was curious about that, but I didn't want to
bandwagon.
boot.
Oh.
Because a kick is like it's like
A
you know,
boot.
it's just a moment. But a bandwagon, you stay on a bandwagon.
Oh, wow.
Until you jump off.
Potentially
Is it a
true.
period?
But you have a space, huh?
Is it? Would it be a period?
No.
Because a kick is just real fast.
Yeah.
But like a period of time feels longer.
Ooh.
He's got an infatuation with the Green Bay Packers potentially doing something they haven't done in a long
I
time.
don't think that's what we're going for, Benny.
I don't care what
a
he's
honeymoon
thinking.
period of sorts.
No.
Honeymoons die.
No, yeah, no.
But
you're,
this-
Honeymoon periods don't die. That's a lie.
You're
Don't-
locked in
don't
on
lie.
this.
Don't lie.
Strofe, don't.
Honeymoon periods don't die.
You don't believe
You're gonna
that, do you?
you're gonna die on this hill.
Strofe,
you don't
your
believe
honeymoon
that.
period is over.
Since when?
Since you just tried to convince us that the honeymoon period.
Well, that was always you that said the honeymoon period isn't dead for me and my beautiful girlfriend.
It is now.
Are you still in the honeymoon phase?
He's not.
I think so, yeah.
Are you
We
really?
actually, I'm going to bring this on the air for you. The other night, we got done with something. I don't remember. Oh, it was Friday night. And we were at a thing with other couples. And we said to each other, I bet all of our couple friends think we're annoying because we are perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Strofe, I'm not going to lie to
It's a
you.
real conversation.
I'm not
to
going to
have.
lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Not to like say, oh yeah. Listen, me and baby girl, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm me. I'm problematic sometimes. But
Ding, ding, ding.
I will say this. Other couples do say, you guys are just so annoying because we're just so happy.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, it's
We
like,
get that a lot.
I don't really.
We never argue.
Yeah.
We're always laughing and giggling and smiling and telling each other we love each
Yeah,
other.
but that's not reality.
No,
Yeah, you're going to hit
But
road bumps.
Brad, hold on a minute. You and Lexi don't argue.
They argued about the zoo last week.
Yeah,
and he won, and she lost. And she won. He
Yeah,
lost.
our arguments, that's about as far as they reach, is the morality of the zoo.
I love Lexi.
That's true. I think we've created a culture to where that's not how we approach
So
things.
you're saying that you're not in the honeymoon phase?
No,
no,
they've
we're
been together
not.
10 plus years. They
We're
know
not,
honeymoon
but we're
phase
in a
lasted that
better
long.
phase. We're in a better
What's
phase.
better than the honeymoon phase?
Oh, marriage.
Vacation home
like
phase?
deepening love phase.
Oh wow.
Like a true deepening where it's like honeymoon, with all due respect to new relationships.
Wait a minute, what are you looking
If
at
you-
me for? I've been in
like-
the game for a while. Out the game for a while.
It's
in the
Out the
game.
game. I'm in the love game.
it's like based on connectivity and like new experiences, right? Which is awesome. Like I kind of miss that phase.
Puppy
But like
love,
when you
Stroke.
stack those for us, like 15 years, I don't know. It just becomes super deep.
And we know Ben Brust is in a great place. because
Wow, that was just so special.
Oh,
we know you love. Your girl
Oh.
deals with a lot.
You say I'm
How
loved.
often-
I know
Brad,
she
How
loves
often
you.
do you guys fight with your girls?
Never.
I mean,
Never. You never had one fight?
he a lot.
Our arguments are so fast.
That's trouble.
No,
That's good conflict resolution.
No resolution.
Is it fast because you don't come up with a resolution?
Yeah, they just move on.
Does somebody just give up?
no. I think we're both stubborn, but I think we can find middle ground pretty fast. We view the world very similarly.
We're both stubborn, but we find the middle ground fast. I don't know if that works.
Well, it does here. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. Brad, who do you think would be harder to date, Ben or Kyle?
Ooh, that's a
I just sat back in my chair. For the record, Strofe would easily be the easiest of the rest of you three. Push over.
Kiss.
He will meet you in the airport. Like, he goes out of his way to bring joy to your day.
I'm a sweet lover, Kyle.
You are. God, I didn't need to know that.
That's not what I meant.
Who would be harder to date between Kyle and Ben? I think, man, there is no easy answer.
You're staring at us right now, puppy dog.
Okay.
I know how you feeling.
How about sell me? Sell me on why you're better than the other.
Because I'm structured. I'm consistent. I'm frugal as well. I make the well thought out decisions. See, I'm not random. I'm not just gonna do something at a spur of a moment like that. No, I'm gonna think things through. You ain't got to worry about balancing the checkbook because it's balanced. You ain't got to worry about me going wild and going on doing something you expect because I'm not going to do that. Now, also, I'm stern too now, Bradley. I'm very stern.
That's the dark side.
So here's the thing. If I say we won't do it, we going to do it, right? Because you're going to become a Wallace. And when you become a Wallace...
you're taking my last name.
Damn right.
It's not the other way around.
Damn right. You taking my last name. My daddy wouldn't allow anything else to happen. We ain't no new age household over here. You take my name. And so, but that's the thing. Traditional. I'm just saying, Brad, you can't beat that. So, yeah, we may have some friction, but the friction's about building better. So that's what it's all about.
I would kill anything for you, Brad.
Oh, wow.
If you needed to bury a body, I'll be your bury a body guy. That's all you need to know about me.
That's not even, I feel like that's not even figurative.
I'm not built
Damn!
I'm not built for prison, so you can take that. If you want somebody that's going to
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm a ride or die. At the end of the day, if you're with me, we're riding or we're dying together.
You know, at first, I felt like I was like trying to like take the lesser of two evils. You guys actually made a pretty good. I can see why your girls
ride
ain't
or
with you
I'll
guys.
kill for you is a good thing.
Yeah, that's loyal.
You'll both be in prison.
Look how
you boys ain't
desperate
built
he
for
is.
it.
Do you want this nagging relationship?
I think I'm going to go with Ben.
Okay.
Because
right,
you're
a
little bit, you rule with too much of an iron fist.
Yeah.
It's like a dictatorship over there.
Structure as like practical,
I'm
predictable.
actually surprised you needed to get to the part where they needed to convince you.
And he's
it was never close for me.
And he's like, but I'm going to rule.
Wait,
I'm going to rule.
You date Ben too over
I would go Brad Strofe, Kyle easy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You wouldn't spend $3
Actually, might
on
choose
us.
Strofe over Brad because I think I might have a little bit more fun in my marriage. I wouldn't just be eating chicken and fish every day of my life.
That's
fun.
fair, actually.
I'm a great time.
Oh,
too stern,
desperate.
Kyle.
Oh, wow.
I just like things to be done a certain way. Am I?
You're a little bit too rude.
Yeah, you do talk down.
You know, Strofe.
The my way or the highway guy.
I told you a story at the. You may not remember it, but yeah, I'm
At the what?
at the Analysis Live.
Why wouldn't I remember it, Kyle?
Because I'll ask you. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm Iron Fist, and I am kind of my way or the highway type of guy.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt it was an ultimatum. Like, you're doing this. Like, wow. Do I even have to say?
And Brad was like, I thought this was a sales pitch.
Yeah, seriously. Sounds like a sentence.
I don't need to give you a sales pitch on the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's all new. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. It's so easy to use. You can listen live. You can watch live. You can have all the podcasts. Contests are on there. We have a contest for you. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can win a tailgate experience, an all-inclusive private tailgate experience during Day 3 of the NFL Draft in Green Bay. Open up the ESPN Wisconsin app, check out the contest tab, and register for your chance to win. Round 2, it's trying to get to the wide receiver conversation. At least we all know the last person in the world we'd all be marrying is Kyle Wallace after that. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I feel like KBN Nation would agree, Kyle, that Ben has most of the issues on
I
this
think
panel.
I would agree that I have the most flaws on this show as well. Brad's freaking perfect.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Drum roll, please.
Carbless is here with refreshing new flavors. Introducing their Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. Let the summertime flavors of blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, and grapefruit whisk you away from the winter blues. New flavors, same great Carbless perks. Every handcrafted cocktail still has 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories. Find the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack in store wherever Carbless is sold and enjoy your winter passport to paradise. Grab a pack today and discover why Bliss is more with Carbless.
What's up, guys? We're back this year with my annual Home Plate Charity Concert presented by American Family Insurance. We'll be at the Pabst Theater on April 17th with performances from the Goo Goo Dolls and the Nicotine Dolls. Proceeds will benefit Live Like Lou, Visit Milwaukee, and the Brewers Community Foundation. There are sponsorship opportunities and tickets on sale now, so click the link in my bio to check it out, and I'll see you there.
Christian Yelich's Home Plate Charity Concert, presented by American Family Insurance, April 17th at the Pabst Theater. Get your tickets now at visitmilwaukee.org/Yelich.
At Mentality, they leave no man behind. A friend of Mentality suffered a nightmare in January when his teenage daughter was paralyzed after a truck accident. Mentality will be hosting a fundraising event this Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at its office, 2323 North Mayfair Road in Tosa. There will be silent auctions, a 50-50 raffle, food trucks, and free men's health screenings. All money raised will go to purchase an Action Track chair for this family. Consider stopping by to help this Friday at Mentality from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
April is Global Volunteer Month. Wisconsin's volunteers are transforming our communities every day through their acts of service. Wondering how you can give back? Find the perfect volunteer opportunities at volunteerwisconsin.org or contact your local United Way or volunteer center. On volunteerwisconsin.org, you can filter opportunities by location, organization, cause, accessibility, and more to find your best fit. VolunteerWisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You heard the big voice guy. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's free. It's easy to use. You can access live content right away. Head to the App Store. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Greg in the 608. I love the app. Being a native Wisconsin, living in Iowa, it's great to listen to Talks Wisconsin sports, especially with Badger legends like Tausch, Brust, and Nortman hosting two of my favorite shows. Greg, we love you.
Love you, Greg.
And we appreciate you downloading and listening on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Yeah, you guys are legends.
800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. I genuinely want to know, because we don't know how to describe Brad Nortman's period of time that he's been on this kick.
Infatuation?
With the wide receivers. And the first-round pick of a potential wide receiver for the first time since, obviously, 2002. Because if you haven't heard that by now, then I don't know where you've been, because it's been Javon Walker since 2002. Now, that being said, what % chance do you actually give it? Kyle, Alex, Brad, Ben. Everyone's got to give an answer. KBN Nation, I want to know as well. What % chance do you actually think the Packers will draft a wide receiver in the first round?
75.
Wow.
75%.
No, you're just stupid.
No, I'm not.
That means Greg just gave us a compliment how he likes our show, and then we lose credibility when you say things like that.
Guys, you have to like look at all of it, right? You have to read the tea leaves, okay? You know, Goody has said, we feel like we got the guys on the D-line. We feel like we got them. So we just need the coaching to be a little bit better. He's already shown he believes in them. So I think the D-line, he's thinking, I don't need a sense of urgency with that. I'll get guys that come around. We got wide receivers coming through on pre-draft visits, guys that are first rounders. Also, no major moves were made in the offseason at wide receiver. A wide receiver room that is objectively worse than last year because one of your best wide receivers, Christian Watson, out with an ACL for at least the first 2/3 of the season. You got to make up for that. Every single thing is pointing to a wide receiver in the first round for the first time since 2002. But get the fireworks ready at Lambeau Field with the draft there. I think it's going to be a wide receiver. Now, 75, because I think there's a little bit of space for a cornerback and D-line. I would say 15% D-line, that's 90%. I would say 8% cornerback and 2% the dreaded offensive line pick, which I would hate to see again. Love me some offensive line. Right, we got Brian Balaga on the show, but I feel like we're good there with too many other needs. 75%.
Kyle Wallace, your true percentage of how you feel here.
33.3.
Okay.
33.3%. That's what I have it at. That's where I believe it at, because there's three positions they should be looking at. I don't, Goody, if you're listening right now, you have three options. As a matter of fact, make sure, send this to Mark Murphy, please, Strophy, because I know that's your boy. And so they should be thinking about wide receiver, defensive line, and cornerback. There should be no other option in the first round than those three. But wide receiver, for me, is one that it should be a high priority. The Green Bay Packers right now, they are lacking at that position. You're talking about a team that had 32 drops last year from their wide receivers. You're talking about a team that head football coach said our guys struggle catching challenging passes. That's tough. These guys are in the NFL. They're supposed to make those catches. We're talking about a guy who said, yeah, Jaden Reed fell off a little bit. He was a little banged up, but obviously he couldn't excel while playing through injuries. And then on top of that, he said we got to be more creative to get him open. If you have to be creative to get your number one wide receiver open, then you don't have a number one wide receiver. What you have in Jaden Reed, who is good, right? We all watch the show. We love the show Batman. We have Robin. And that's all it is. Jaden Reed is a Robin, and now the Green Bay Packers in the first round should be trying to find themselves an actual Batman to complement having a Robin. And there's nothing wrong being Robin. We all know who Robin is. It's just what we're finding out is based off what his coach said and what we see on the field is Jaden Reed is a very good wide receiver, but he is not a stud number one wide receiver. Go and get your Robin a Batman. That's what you need.
Greg just chimed back in with a 2% chance. Brandon chimes in with a 3% chance. Joe in the Boonies chimes back in on the Carlos Talking text line. I guess he just chimed in the first time. 32% chance of a round one wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. 32, help me here, Kyle, in honor of UW GOAT.
Justin
Kyle.
Bieber. Oh, wow.
Was that your number?
Come on.
Wow. Wow.
Was that your number?
That was my number. I did a lot of standing on the sideline.
Who was the other number?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Justin Bieber, the greatest.
Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Beaver. He was the running.
He was a stud.
He was before Lavelle Coppers.
Were there two number 32s since you were on like the back end of the roster?
No, I was only one. I was only number 32 on the roster.
Why does Joe and the Boonies know your number?
I don't know. Joe, shout out to Joe and the Boonies. I do not know, but
he's
shout
your
out to
neighbor.
Joe
He just texted back in.
He's not my neighbor. I know that to be factual.
One that's unbelievably knows your number 2.
That's crazy.
Justin Bieber is another example of a name and a lifetime ruined by someone's celebrity. I remember Justin Bieber in high school. He was a stud.
Oh, he was a
all
stud
over
in
the
college,
state.
too.
He was a stud.
He's a beast.
Didn't think anything of it until Justin Bieber became an international superstar. Now when he introduced himself.
This comes from the Brad theory. Could you imagine all the guys named Harry Potter before?
There's literally hundreds of thousands of Harry Potters out there that have been alive well more than the 30 years old that Harry Potter's been alive.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Like,
your life changes.
You're absolutely right
Your
about
life
Justin
changes.
Bieber because I'm very specific when I say Justin Bieber. Because,
And we still thought Bieber.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was
Chef Ed gives it a big fat 0% chance.
Oh, Chef Ed, have some
I'll give it a 20% chance.
Wow. Okay.
I'll give
so
it a
you're becoming
20%
optimistic.
chance.
Why?
Is 20% optimistic? That's a.
It's happened.
I feel like that's more than you've been alluding to recently.
And you're talking about something that has not happened in the last 20 years. So,
Yeah, but
yes,
there's
that's a lot of
clearly a
optimism.
need. Christian Watson went down.
I
McCole
would agree
Hardman's a
so.
special teamer. Right now it's Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed, Bo Melton, and Malik Heath.
You guys are convincing me to go higher.
Go ahead, you can go higher. I'm still saying 20% chance because I know that the defensive line, although he says he believes in it, as Greg Scalzo said on Sunday Karma with Kyle Wallace yesterday from 10 to noon, he's a guy that likes to see actions over words. And words mean nothing from Goody. He can say he loves the defensive line all he wants, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop him from actually making the investment in the spot where they need help.
I get it, but it's an absolute shame when you look at this wide receiver room. And again, they're not bad players. But it's an absolute shame when you look at this receiver room and we're having this conversation where it is evident to anybody. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. It doesn't take a guy who loves watching or a gal who loves watching football nonstop. All it takes is for somebody to watch 4 football games with the Green Bay Packers, and you can watch a game against the Philadelphia Eagles. You can watch 2 games against the Minnesota Vikings and a game against the Detroit Lions. And what you'll see is you'll see a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown eating up the Green Bay Packers. You'll see a guy, A.J. Brown, who caught a ball over our boy Jair Alexander in the first game of this year, and he took it to the house. Even though he didn't have a lot of big plays, he had that one big play. Or you can see a guy named Justin Jefferson or a guy in, I can't remember the other receivers.
Yeah, you having name issues today, bro?
Yeah, Justin Addison. I am having name issues
Jordan.
today. Jordan Addison. But all these guys make big plays. The Packers don't have that. They don't have that, right? And so it doesn't take somebody who knows ball to know that the Green Bay Packers have a problem at wide receiver. But unfortunately, our general manager is acting like we don't have an issue at wide receiver. Get your quarterback some weapons. Get your quarterback a Batman.
Strofe? I'm just looking for a percentage.
Oh, you're going to get a few percentages. I believe the most likely option in the first round is defensive line at 34%.
Oh, wow.
34%.
Okay.
That is the 4th best odds on Pato Sportsbook.
Defensive line?
Oh, defensive line. Got it. That's the number one. I thought you said offensive line. I was shocked.
After that, I have cornerback at 24%.
Ooh. Oh, okay. What's the math on this now?
So that is 58%. Third, I have wide receiver at 17%. Right behind what's the 17% to answer your question. Then I have offensive line at 15%. And then with the remaining 10% trading out of the first round.
So you think there's almost the same chance that the Packers draft a wide receiver or an O-lineman?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I would be hot. I'd be hot.
Yeah, you should be hot.
Again, temper your expectations, boys.
Ain't no way. If they draft I'm telling y'all, I was told I can't say this, but if they draft an offensive lineman on Thursday night, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be moving through the crowd to get up front.
I was told I can't say this.
Wait, were you actually told?
I was told I probably shouldn't be telling folks to
lash out.
Yeah, to lash out.
To organize.
I think
right outside in Green Bay.
I think it'd be a good idea if you stop talking.
Yeah. We're not the proud Packer fans here.
Huh?
Proud boys. I'm just joking.
Oh, wow.
Golly gee willikers.
Jeez, Kyle.
Download the ESPN Wisconsin
Your
app.
response to that was to say, golly gee williker?
Just download the ESPN Wisconsin app, please. I'm trying to get off Kyle Wallace trying to organize chaos
I am not doing that.
It's brand new. It's on the Apple Store. For Android users, you'll have the full update very soon, but you can just download the Wisconsin On Demand app, and that will switch to the ESPN Wisconsin app. It has all the same functionality. Head to the contest page because you have a chance to win a private tailgate experience on day 3 of the NFL draft. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and we know the app is amazing. I've been using it all morning long. From Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, unsportsmanlike Wilde and Tausch, to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You have it all on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brad Nortman wouldn't tell us what happened at the grocery store, so I'm very excited to see how cheap he was or what quirk he did or what the hell happened, because it's usually one of those two.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Kyle, I love you.
Can't say the same.
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she
It's
goes.
Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Half swing. He went. Another strikeout for Freddie
This
Peralta.
Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 59. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 59 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry, these high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
As clutch of a player to ever play basketball.
It's game time on season 4 of Behind the Bucks on Bucks Plus.
This year I was like, I need to impose myself more on this team.
Explore Damian Lillard's journey to becoming a top 75 player in NBA history.
That's what really had me feeling like this is going to be great.
Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and H&R benefits consultant. Find Bucks Plus on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Need a new vehicle? Check out Ewald Automotive Group's Spring Into a New Ride sales event. Over 1,500 new and used vehicles. Get Ewald's low price guarantee on new vehicles. Shop our certified best used cars starting under $99.95. Financing for everyone. No payments till summer with approved credit. Now is the time to upgrade with Ewald. Friendly people who treat you right. Great selection and low prices at 10 locations.
Go to ewaldauto.com. Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Just like a draft day pick in Green Bay, Mi Campo is the bold choice that brings excitement and anticipation to every moment. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025, imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Transform your home in one weekend with paint from Menards. Get a paint that combines durability with gorgeous color. Dutch Boys Forever Interior Paint and Primer in One offers powerhouse protection with its stain-blocking, odor-reducing technology. And with Dutch Boys quality paint and innovative color solutions, transforming your home has never been easier. View our entire selection of Dutch Boy paint plus great deals in our weekly flyer on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Mark Tauscher here for Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. And springtime is here. It's one of my favorite times of the year. Baseball season is in full swing, and the basketball and hockey playoffs showcase exciting action just about every night. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond, the hardwood, and the ice in your Prize Picks lineup. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports so you can combine your favorite baseball players with players from basketball, hockey, esports, and much more. The push to the playoffs is on with Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. Download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Download the new ESPN Wisconsin app. It makes it easy to listen, watch, podcast, contest. It has it all. Simply go to your app store, ESPN Wisconsin. For all you Google players, Wisconsin On Demand. That's what you should search, and the functionality will be there before you know it. The functionality is there, but changing the name will be as well. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Alex Stroh, front of the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. And I always like to give the carbless talk and text line out before Brad tells a story, because whenever he tells a story, he usually elicits a lot of response from KBN Nation.
Yeah, guys, so I'm walking through Metro Market, right? My local grocer. And I'm going through there. It's just a quick item, right? I just need to get one item. I'm in and out and rolling. I go to this line where there's not much line to it, right? Probably like a 23-year-old dude who's at the cash register. And I don't really like talk oftentimes to people, but if they have a conversation, I'll chat. Mm-hmm. So I'm checking out, and he looks at me and goes, "You look uncanny, just like the guy that dropped me off today." I'm like, this is my go-to line whenever I say, like, "Oh, handsome fella." That's what I always say.
Oh, my God.
That's not the story.
Liam Neeson's son.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God, it's Liam Neeson's son. Somebody said that to me in New York. Random guy on a park bench. So I was like, "Oh, handsome guy." And he goes, yeah, I guess. Dang. But the only difference is he's significantly younger than you. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, okay. What are we talking about?" He goes, "Yeah, he's like 35. Dang. And I was like, I like paused. I froze. My jaw.
Kyle, why you?
My jaw was
what's
on
wrong?
the ground.
He said he's significantly. He didn't say a little. He didn't say just about. He said significant. You know what significant means?
Yeah,
that's extreme.
So, there's probably a lot of people that are just hearing my voice. Maybe they've never seen my face. So you can go to YouTube and be the judge about how old I look. But
Dang,
so I
you
said,
look 40.
I said,
"Dang,
I look 40."
Yeah.
Oh, that's about to
You're
ask.
not gray enough to look 40.
I got wrinkles though. I got like the wrinkles on the side.
Hold on. So you are 35 to be correct.
Let me finish the story.
Wait, he's not done roasting you, this cash register guy?
That was the climax.
Okay.
But like to where I was like, you could tell I was like a little stunned, and I was like, "Well, I'm not far off." He goes, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 35." He goes, "Oh." Well, I'm sorry, sir." That was the end of it. And like it was already done. I'd already paid. I walk out to Lexi, who's waiting for me in the car, and I'm like, I just got humbled. I just got absolutely humbled. This is also where Lexi and I, in years past, I have been confused for Lexi's father.
Oh no!
There was one time where we're going shopping together. We're going shopping together, and she picked out some clothes to and we were like getting ready to go to the dressing room. And she's like, and whatever, and I'm about to like go in there, and they're like, "Oh,
Brad, come here. Why'd you have your father come in
outside?"
there?
I was like, "Get the heck out of here!" Not only that, on our way to our honeymoon,
honeymoon. This is a decade
ago. We're boarding the plane to Bora Bora. Cool. And somebody says something to the effect of like, like you and your daughter can go.
Oh my God!
And I was like, so this has happened that happened like three times, and that hasn't happened in like 5 years.
Now I don't want to be insensitive.
Lexi looks young and I look old.
I was gonna say, or like maybe
sugar daddy, huh?
Well, yeah.
Is she look really young at the time back then?
She looked. She always looks about 5 years younger, I think, than her age. But she's always looked like that. I feel like in late bloomer.
I saw something that we're at the age now where young people think we're old and old people think we're young.
Ooh, that's profound.
Dang.
So how old?
From the great philosopher Ben Brust.
You know, Brad.
How old do you think I look? I've been dwelling on this because this happened on Saturday. So I've been thinking about this for 2 days, 48 hours.
Hey, YouTube chat, just roast them. Don't make them feel better.
Do I look?
You know, Brad, 40s? I thought you looked 35, but now looking at you,
it's the lighting.
You look a little beat up.
little bit like fatigued.
You're a handsome guy.
2 years of KBN does this to
You
me.
weren't lying about the wrinkles.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got wrinkles.
you got the forehead wrinkles.
I got like the 11.
You need
Have
some
you, ever,
Botox.
have you ever? I was just going to say, have you ever considered Botox?
Well, Homer says everyone should get Botox. That's what Homer says.
That is what Homer says.
I've never considered it, but I'm not going to lie. I'm now considering things I never thought I'd
Please
ever
don't.
consider.
I want you looking like a plastic Ken doll in here.
It'd be better than being confused for significantly older than 35.
Yeah, that hurts. I
don't get it.
How old was the person you were talking to?
He's like
23?
23, like low 20s. So I'm chalking it up to pure ignorance.
No.
To just a Gen Z idiot.
I hate that we're all about honesty here. You got to do something about your looks.
Yeah,
What can I do to look younger?
Embrace it. Just embrace it.
I don't want to look 40. I'm 35.
No,
You might as well get a touch of gray and just go for the silver fox look now.
Do you have any grays coming in?
I don't think so. I get a couple grays in my eyebrow.
Oh,
like really gnarly grays that I got to pluck out. But I don't gray. It's the lines on my face.
Yeah, I don't know what, Brad.
I moisturize.
I'm trying to be nice.
I moisturize. It's ridiculous.
This is tough. I would be distraught if somebody did that to me. I take great pride. I take great pride in being carded. I take great pride in people saying, "You how old? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you look so." I take great pride in that. If somebody
You're not helping, Kyle.
If somebody's, I'm just letting you know.
Strofe gets carded at a rated R movie.
I haven't been carded in a long time.
That's tough, man.
The
That's
beard
tough.
helps.
I mean, and now you got a kid coming too, and now you're gonna get. Oh, is that
The old
your
dad.
grandson?
Oh, God.
Granddaughter? Yeah, you better.
That cut deep.
There's nothing you can do about it. Hey, you found
To be
the
fair,
one.
I have a feeling that Brad and Lexi probably eat dinner at 5:30 when they go out to dinner.
Oh, we tilted early. We're in bed. We're easily in bed by 8:30 every night now.
Brett, have you maybe you should grow like facial hair?
I can't grow facial hair.
Oh,
8:30.
We'll watch a show.
You watching
But, like,
your war shows? They going to bed or what?
It's a war show.
we're underneath the covers.
They have Lifetime on.
8:30.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
So what time do you fall asleep?
I eat dinner later than that most nights.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
That's too late to be eating, Stroke.
It is too late to be eating.
You gotta let your body digest.
He's a child, though.
Well, there's also
His
other
habits aren't
things
gonna
at play.
change.
My girlfriend works until 7:00.
What is? Okay.
Oh,
Cool. I didn't have dinner made when she gets home since you're such a house husband.
And you make great salmon and all those meals that we just salivate at when you send us pictures of.
Great. And Brad looks young.
Yeah, exactly.
In 2 minutes, John Gruden spoke to the Wisconsin men's football team. In 2 minutes, John Gruden spoke to the Badger football team. I have some takeaways, both good and bad.
You seem exhausted.
Why? How?
You just seem exhausted.
Emotional weekend?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, you just.
I'm good.
Yeah, mentally just.
That's a big decision.
I'll tell you what, John Gruden will get me hyped in a second. In 2 minutes.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
If the amazing regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics provided relief for former pro football player Bobby Carpenter, imagine the potential for your aching joints.
So my knee had been bothering me for a while. I played football for a number of years. I looked at talking to some doctors when I need to potentially have surgery, and I decided hey, let's check out QC Kinetics. I go in there and they look at the knee. Hey, here's the program that we can put you through.
That treatment takes your body's own healing properties and concentrates them at the root of the pain. No surgery or downtime.
The best part was there's no recovery until one day I felt like, hey, this feels like my old self again. I feel better. It's helped me. It's helped my dad. Hopefully it will help you in the same way. My message to them is do not wait. So you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Take it from Bobby Carpenter. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not? That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
John chimes in on YouTube. Less sports talk, more wax talk. That is true. Kyle Wallace
today,
and I have a scheduled wax at 5:30 and 6 o'clock. Brazilian wax. We'll hit on that in a little bit. But first, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Barstool Big Cat is a big Badger alum, big supporter of all the programs. And he has a relationship with John Gruden, who now works for Barstool. John Gruden, obviously former NFL coach, came in as a favorite of Big Cat, who wants to fire up the Badger football program. And this was a snippet of John Gruden speaking to the Badger football team. Take a listen.
Okay, number one, everybody has dreams. I mean, everybody's got dreams of winning the Big Ten, getting in the playoffs, getting a new NIL deal. Everybody has what? Dreams. I'm into nightmares. You guys got to end people's dreams. You understand that? Miami, Ohio's coming in here in a couple months. You end their dreams.
That's a small snippet from John Gruden.
Yeah, let's end the dreams of Miami of Ohio, boys.
That was when I was like, why couldn't he chose a bigger opponent?
Yeah.
The expectations.
They're going to Alabama.
I know. Alabama, you going to Tuscaloosa, end their dreams. Miami, Ohio, end their dreams. Look, it was a great speech. You can listen to it in full in terms of, like, if you just like a football guy talking football, like, you get a little fired up. I'm not going to lie. I got a little fired up. I was like, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. But, like, at the end of the day, I don't know if the talent in the room has the ability to end any dreams.
No, he knew the talent. That's why he was very specific with it. He didn't want to say, I'm not trying to blow smoke up y'all behinds.
The over-under next year is, in a 12-game regular season, over-under 5.5 for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Oof. Luke Fickell must have told him, hey, listen, my team ain't that good. So I just need you to just start with game number 1 with Miami of Ohio, because that's our way to do it, because we may struggle with them.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, thinking about this.
You've been in a Badger football locker room.
Yes.
Has there been speeches from other coaches outside the program that have come in that have, like, made an impact, or is this a fluff thing?
Well, it's fluff. It's short, right? It's short-lived. Like, they're not going to remember John Gruden in April when they take the field against Miami of Ohio. But that's where, like, the continued culture of stuff like this. Like, is Luke Fickell this animated and fired up and excited behind the scenes? Are the rest of the coaches, are they creating, like, a desire in these kids to go out there and be animals?
I haven't seen Luke Fickell raise his voice on the sideline.
Yeah, and this is where, the Wisconsin football team put this video out. I can't remember a video that the Wisconsin football team put out against Luke Fickell to where I'm like, dude, let's go. This is the leader of our program. So I think my thing was, yes, okay, yeah, it's spring ball. It's fun that Gruden's going to be there, but it doesn't change anything. My thing was, I haven't heard any sort of fire like that in the Wisconsin football program in years. And that used to be something we would get access to all the time, whether it be Bielema or an assistant coach. Every once in a while, you get Alvarez running through, who's a teammate of ours. I mean, you would get constant voices who are men that you respect, and I respect, and Luke Fickell's a man for sure, but you get the continued diet of intense speech. This is what we're going to do. And then you create this mindset that endures. Just one speech won't do anything. But I wonder, are they getting a diet of that at all? Or is it just like, hey guys, like we're just going to go do our best and we're badgers.
TEAM.
Yeah.
Team.
Be there for one another. Work your hardest. Like that's not getting anybody motivated.
Yeah, I think you just spelled it out. The TEAM, together, everyone achieves more. I think that's what his thing is, right? I don't think he's a yeller and screamer. He's not an intense guy. He's not a guy that inspires you, right? He's a guy that's probably just more mellowed out and says, hey, here's what we got to do, fellas. Let's get fired up. Let's go. But it doesn't seem like he's inspired this football team, and I know that to be a fact because I will not stop talking about it. Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. Those were opportunities. This team won 5 games last year, and you had 3 games where you had a chance to beat teams that you can compete with.
Iowa won 42-10.
But
they got throttled in each one.
There's no excuse for being able to compete against Penn State, but then compete against Ohio State too, and then get beat up like that by Minnesota, Nebraska, and Iowa. That just shows right there that there was no inspirational voice in that locker room that can get guys fired up just to play a football game. Yeah, they can get hyped up to play against a ranked team, but what about playing Minnesota to go play for the Axe? What about playing Iowa to go play for the Heartland Trophy, right? What about going to win the Paul Bunyan, whatever the trophy they play for against, I believe it's called Paul Bunyan, whatever they play for, slab of pig.
Excuse
for
me?
Minnesota?
Paul Bunyan is an axe.
No, what's the trophy they play for against Nebraska?
Freedom Trophy.
Freedom Trophy. I'm sorry, the Freedom Trophy. My apologies.
Freedom!
But the Freedom Trophy, like, what we're getting hyped up for that?
I don't know. And the lack of consistency is what's concerning because guys can get themselves amped up for a primetime game against Oregon and Penn State, but you're not getting amped up for your rivals.
Can somebody name the top 3 players on Wisconsin right now?
Ooh.
Is it, are you talking, I guess it would be Tretch, Kekahuna. It would be
Vinny Anthony,
Billy Edwards Jr., and then Darrell Peterson.
Who's the running back?
The running back, Darian Dupree. Yeah, he's coming back next year. I mean, they don't have studs. They don't. They have no studs. Cornerback, Holloman, Ricardo.
Well, and Xavier Lewis left. He would have been your guy. Ricardo Holloman. Yep.
Yeah, but there's
Lucas. What I say?
Lewis. This is my point.
Way.
This was my point. I wanted to bring that out because each and every year, I know it's a transfer portal era, right? And there's a lot of roster spots, obviously, to fill. When you're in spring ball, and I remember in spring ball when the Badgers were consistently good, there was something I could see, and they would consistently be promoting guys. So you'd be like, oh, I can't wait to see this guy play. Who can you not wait to see play?
Nobody.
Honestly, I just want.
It's a team full of nobodies. That at least that are known. Maybe that could change. But this goes back to this is year 3 for Luke Fickell, and he sort of entered halfway through Jimmy Leonard's thing, right after the
it was
the bowl game.
Before
so
the
he had
bowl
some influence, but the excuses are gone. They're gone.
The excitement is gone. Like before, we used to get excited for we're gonna get
people
Tanner
were buying
Mordecai.
season tickets for year 1 of Luke Fickell.
No, the launch. The spring game's coming up, and nobody cares. No, exactly. The launch, that's laughable because they haven't taken off in years. We didn't make a bowl game last year.
And the over-under is 5.5. I know it's a hard schedule, but this is Wisconsin, right? I mean, we have standards.
John Gruden is John Gruden. He ain't Jesus.
This might be a speech because we get it we get it like about once a week. It is, even for Madison folks, I'm sure you love coming to Milwaukee for the 414 day. It is 4/14/2025. 414 day. Happy 414 day to everybody, especially you, Tyrone.
What's up, 414 day? Crack, 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 like a.
What's that?
Put the backs cracking. Let's go Brewers. Let's go Bucks. Kick Indiana and they crack. I mean, crack it. Man, what's up, Kyle? What's up, man? What's up, Ben? What's up, Brad? Man, 414 day. Let's get it. 4 on the floor. Let's get it, girl. Let's get it.
4 on the floor.
Are they going to beat the Indiana Pacers?
Man, this year, I hope we sweep them like Marcus Johnson and Bob Lanier swept Boston them when they was doing it. Man, sweep them. Don't give them sweep them, man. Sweep them like an electric broom, a vacuum cleaner, man.
Yeah.
Sweep them under the carpet.
Like a Roomba.
Don't give them no air. Go down there to Indiana, take the first one tomorrow night or Wednesday, whatever. Sweep them, but win the series anyway. But if you can, sweep them. Sweep him, man. Put the broom to him.
And that today is what's crack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin'.
What's crack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin'?
I would love a sweep after last year because Andrew Nimhard don't like him. Don't like him.
Yeah, they're
don't
very
like him
unlikable
Good
team.
take.
Tyrese Halliburton, I mean, he's a hometown kid, but don't like him, especially after he hit that three-pointer to beat the Bucks earlier this season. Listen, these guys, I don't like them.
Our glorified cheerleader for USA basketball, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Good for him, though. He's got a gold medal. He got picked to be on that team. Good for him.
He's special.
That's pretty impressive.
So Saturdays in the fall, everyone's excited on April 14th, 414.
Nobody's excited for this Badger football team, and that is sad. It is so sad. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody knows these guys. Nobody's buying into the hype anymore. You can only try to sell somebody a false, fake dream for so long before they realize that this is not real.
Wait, are the Badgers actually the nightmare?
Oh, you're living the nightmare.
Are we living the nightmare?
We are living the nightmare.
I hope they prove us wrong.
I hope so, too.
Download the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's all new. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app is out. So download the app for your chance to win an all-inclusive private tailgating experience day 3 of the draft in Green Bay. Open up the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can listen, you can watch, you can go to podcasts. It's all right there in the palm of your hand on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Click the contest tab and register for your chance to win. Jason Wilde. I mean, there's excitement, no doubt. The draft is in Green Bay. We get a little deeper into what Jason Wilde thinks is going to happen here. We'll give him his % chance of what he thinks the Packers will do in the first round. Drafting a wide receiver, or maybe he's got a different percentage for some other positions. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Steph, your biggest strength in life that you bring to this world?
Probably my wife, because she keeps me calm. Even when I'm cursing at the TV during Packers games, I always know I can fall back on her.
That's sweet, man. Who knew KBN Nation with so many simps? Boy, I love this. I love this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
With an accident on 894 eastbound, right about at the ramp from Forest Home. It's off on the right shoulder, so just watch out for that as you're heading through there. We've got southbound on 43 backing up from about Burleigh down towards the Fond du Lac Avenue area. Northbound is slowing down around the North Avenue curve up to Keefe, and then westbound 94, you're seeing delays just past 27th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, breezy. We may have a few showers later on with a low of 38. Tomorrow, a few showers early, then afternoon sunshine, breezy with a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she
It's
goes.
Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Swing. He went. Another strikeout for Freddie
This
Peralta.
Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. For a limited time, enjoy exclusive seasonal rates starting at $139. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
ESPN Milwaukee Cares is here. Gabe Neitzel is teaming up with the MAC Fund to raise funds and awareness for pediatric cancer research. Here's Gabe Neitzel to tell us more.
The MAC Fund has been fighting the fight against childhood cancer for the past 46 years, and all of their proceeds go directly to fund research for pediatric cancer. Director of Development Mike Belowski draws inspiration from the families who have to fight this fight when he knows it's time to do his job.
I look at them and I think you guys have to be the toughest people in the world, and they all say the same thing. They say, well, we have no other choice. But it's not like, life for these folks every day is so much different than the rest of us, and they put their head down, and we're fortunate that at the MAC Fund we have some great medical partners, Children's Medical College, UW Carbone Cancer Center, that these are extremely brilliant minds trying to help these kids.
To learn more and to donate, text GOLF to 800-990-3776.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. UKBN Nation 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Joining us now is Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason on the ESPN Wisconsin app. 100.5 ESPN Madison, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, YouTube. But just know, you can download the ESPN Wisconsin app and boom, it opens up. You have everything you need right in the palm of your hand. Jason, how are you?
Good, guys. How are you?
Doing well. I think we need to maybe send a little wellness check to the Nortman household, because I asked him what % chance he truly believes the Packers will draft a wide receiver in the first round. He said 75%. Don't you think that's just a little too high?
Book it, Jason. Book it.
Dude, we're all guessing, so who are we to say he's too high? No one knows. We don't know who's going to be there. We don't know if Goody is going to be tempted. What if Tet McMillan falls somehow right into his lap? Like, that's we don't know what we don't know, and what we don't know is who'll be available and if he even likes the ones that might be available. It's possible that all the appealing wide receivers will be gonzo by the time he goes on the clock, in which case that percentage, I always love the percentages of winning games when they do that during games. Like, what was Duke, like 91% or something like that?
Win probability.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, you don't know what a team's going to do down the stretch. And when you force turnovers the way Houston did and choke the way Duke did, that's how you lose the game. So we'll see what's available. But, Norty, I love the fact that you're thinking history is going to be made on Thursday night in Green Bay.
I want fireworks Thursday night in Green Bay, Jason. I want fireworks. I actually think it's going to happen. But a separate question that I have is, Goody has a history of drafting, like solid starters, right? They're not making Pro Bowls, they're not making all pros, but they're solid, right? That kind of was what makes up the team, which makes them good. What do you think would help this team more if Goody drafted one all-pro at a position of need? You can pick whatever one you want, and everyone else is just sort of mid, or if he drafted 4 standard Goody starters?
Yeah, so everyone else would be, what do you mean by everyone else would be mid? That means none of them would be starting caliber players?
Yeah, like maybe they play some special teams and stuff like that, but you'd look at it and say, it's kind of a disappointing class, except for that guy, because that guy's an all-pro.
So how do you feel about the 2020 draft in which all they got at this point is Jordan Love? Is that a great draft or not?
Considering you got your quarterback, I would say it's at least good. At least. Franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of them,
we'll see if he,
that basically fall into that category.
Well, he's not an all-pro yet, Jason. So, how much I love Jordan Love is that, it's an important draft. It is, but no. Jordan Love has not proven to be an all-pro quarterback. He hasn't proven to be a stud on a consistent basis. So, at this point, then no.
If he was an all-pro, would that change?
He was an all-pro. It changes everything because all-pro at that position, it doesn't matter.
So all-pro and everyone else is like the 2020 draft.
If Jordan Love was all-pro, we wouldn't have been spending as much time nitpicking more than ever free agency than we ever have before.
That's fair.
And also, on top of that, Brad's question is give me multiple all-pros because if you guys...
it was one all-pro and the rest are just guys. Or like
of course, give me 7 8 all-pros, Kyle. Of course.
The same old story of 3 or 4
if he
just
had
guys.
4 on this team,
starters.
I'll take it. Give me the garbage around him.
You were doing so well there. That was like such a great argument, and then you asked for 4 all-pros.
Are you shocked?
No, not entirely.
But what do you think would help this team more, Jason?
Oh, stop it, Jason. Jason got me yesterday.
Oh, did you say it to him on Sunday Karma?
Because it's what I do. I called Jason. I said, good morning, Jason. How you doing? And I said, dang it.
I'm doing good. How are you? Doing well.
Yeah. And I said, dang it,
so
Jason.
disingenuous, that Kyle.
I told Jason, I said, dang it, I forgot.
That's just habit right there. And it's not genuine.
Maybe this Sunday.
I can only hope. Anyway, I thought regardless of your demands for multiple all-pros after the fact, I thought your description was perfect. Jordan Love is their starting quarterback. Most quarterbacks, if they're your starting quarterback, they kind of get the franchise quarterback title conferred to them. But I think he has to confirm that this season with his performance. And I don't know if he will or won't. I'm inclined, if you made me choose, to say that he will. But the bottom line is at this point, he has not played at such a remarkably high level that you sit there and go, well, it's okay that all the rest of the draft picks are gone and none of them were really impactful, important pieces of this roster over the years. Who's the next best player from that draft? John Runyon Jr.?
A.J. Dillon, maybe?
No. No.
Runyon at least was a consistent starter. He wasn't the best, but he was.
I mean,
A.J. Dillon was running back too.
They gift wrapped the opportunity to be that they wanted to get rid of Aaron Jones. They wanted A.J. Dillon as a second-round pick, who we all love. Great ambassador for Door County and swell fella, and Paula and the girls and I did a Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin event with him. And I mean, swell guy. But when you get drafted in the second round, Eddie Lacy was, I don't know, 25 times better of a second-round pick.
That's true.
So I just, my point is that if Jordan becomes what everyone hopes he will, then it won't matter. But given the way Brad kind of couched the question, I want solid starters, even if none of them are all pros, because that means that I got a bunch of guys that are helping me win a Super Bowl as opposed to one guy who, if an offensive or defensive coordinator says, we're not going to let that guy beat us, can be neutralized potentially. And then, then your season is over, like the Packers season has been over repeatedly in recent years.
Yeah, and Jason, as it stands right now, because we don't know what's going to happen, only Goody in the front office knows coming up next Thursday. Well, that's true. The way the board falls will help figure that out for him. But that being said, right now, do you have more faith that the wide receiver group or the defensive line will have a better year next year?
Ooh, now that's an interesting question. So do I have to extrapolate out whether I believe he's going to make additions at each of those positions, or are you saying if they have to go into the 2025 season exactly as they stand now at those positions, who am I a bigger believer in?
That latter portion, because I think your answer can ultimately help us, dissect if it changes any opinion or sheds light as to maybe more optimism or hope that they go get a different or they get a guy to bolster up the one you don't think is going to be as good?
Yeah, I'm gonna choose the defensive line, but it is a really difficult question to answer. But I'm going to choose the defensive line for this reason. You got 4 first-round picks in that group, right? Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt inside, Lucas Van Ness and Rashawn Gary outside. Like, with that level of investment,
man, that is crazy when you say that out loud. We all know it, but when you put it that way, it's like, wow. There are 4 guys up there that you have invested a lot of capital in and some contract extensions.
Right, and I would give them also the benefit of the doubt in this way, that they are guys that were all in a new system last year. You can't say that about the offense, right? All those guys were in the second or third year in the offensive system. Now, that doesn't mean – I personally believe that Jaden Reed and Dontavion Wicks are going to pop this year. I think they see the opportunity. I think Romeo Dobbs is going to be productive so he can earn a contract somewhere else, because I personally, and I have no inside information whatsoever, I just think that after the way last year played out, the Packers would be reluctant to pay him. So I think he's going to be playing for a contract elsewhere. I think those other 2 are going to have a chance to really pop, with Christian Watson sidelined till at least November, most likely. And so I'm not saying that I don't think that group can have its strong performances and breakthrough seasons that we waited for. But those defensive linemen, Goody has said multiple times, well, it was a challenge to adjust to a new scheme, which is a little bit bogus because the 2 first-round picks on the edge both played with their hand down in college in the Big Ten, but okay. But if those guys really do adapt to the new system, then I like their chances of being a lot better, and so that's why I picked them.
Jason, when I look at this team, you just kind of answered the question that we defensive line and the wide receiver group, they're not great, but we know the wide receiver room, we're still hoping and wishing and thinking, okay, maybe Tay Wicks has that big year, or maybe Reed has the big year. Why doesn't Goody see what we see? Like, we obviously see that this team is full of Robins. You're full of a Christian Watson, a Romeo Dobbs, a Tay Wicks, and a Reed, and you're missing your Batman. How is it that he doesn't see that?
Yeah, I don't know if I like the Robin.
They're Robins. They're not Batmans. They're not Batmans. They're Robin. And Robin, everybody loves Robin. Robin was good. He's the sidekick. I need me a Robin, but we need ourselves a Batman. Devontae Adams was a Batman.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. You're having a really strong performance today.
Just stop. He was about to talk again.
414 day. That's why. Milwaukee Day.
A Milwaukee icon, some might say.
Both of us.
Some.
I mean, not me, but some.
Just Kyle.
But look, I think here's the thing about this coming season, and this can be applied to answering your question. It can be applied. It's incredible to me, and I guess this is what happens when a team is constructed the way this team is, and having gone with so many draft picks and so many young guys for now multiple seasons, is that sooner or later we need to get some concrete answers about a whole lot of people, right? About the wide receivers, about the quarterback. I think we know what Tucker Kraft is, but we're not sure what Luke Musgrave is. About what the reconfigured offensive line is. About what are they going to do if they really move on from Jair Alexander? Can the defensive line rise up the way we're talking about? Like, these are all
Did you mention Jay Love?
Pieces of the equation that I just find myself wondering, has there been a team that went to the playoffs 2 straight years that I was less certain about just how good they're going to be than the 2025 Packers, right? Like, during the Rodgers years, you knew what Rodgers was. You always knew the baseline was, okay, they're going to make the playoffs. They're probably either going to win the division or come close to winning the division. Now, do I expect them to make the playoffs? Absolutely. Do I think that they're going to be a Super Bowl contender? I'm still not sure. I think they're more likely one than not, but I just don't have a lot of evidence to back up my theories about this team, and that's unusual when you've got as many guys who have played as long as these guys have played now.
Too much uncertainty going into next season. That's the problem.
Especially when Goody said championship window is open, sense of urgency is now.
Right, and by the way, in my quarterback story for Channel3000.com, I went back and listened to what Jordan Love said when he was on NFL Live at the Super Bowl, and he said inconsistency or inconsistent or lack of consistency about 6 times. I mean, he was all about that. And if they are able to be consistent with protection, with catching the ball after all those drops, if they can do all those things, then look out. But if they continue to be inconsistent, then they're going to be a middling playoff team and nothing more.
And that's all completely fair. And I'm anxious to see the draft because I think it'll be telling of. Again, I'm never looking at the draft as somebody be like, if they get this guy, your hope is that obviously an earlier pick can make a big impact. They have found guys that have been able to step in and play and contribute, but I'm not looking at the draft and be like, this is the savior for the 2025 team. I mean, I think he believes in the guys that he's had, and he's went and got some things that he thinks he needed in free agency, and at this point, it's kind of up to the guys on the roster because they have played a lot together, and there's one thing that they have, and that's continuity in terms of time together. Now that just needs to show on the field. I don't know if this question is just an observation.
It's a great statement, Ben. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say in response, though.
Well, I appreciate all the hard work you did promoting our great Verizon campaign, and look forward to seeing you up in Green Bay next Thursday. We'll talk to you on Thursday, and we can always hear you and go back and listen to anything Willie and Tausch on the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
I was in our local Verizon store the other day, and the woman asked me if I had entered the contest yet. And I took a picture of the banner, and she said, "Oh, are you interested?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm definitely interested. I hope lots of people have entered. Are you going to enter?" "No, I'm not sure I'm eligible." "Oh, why not?" Then I had to go in and tell them that I'm Matt Brust, not Ben Brust. But Matt Brust, who's the manager of the store.
Well, I've been called Matt Brust by Tim Brando on college basketball broadcast before, so now I'm just Matt Brust. I know. It's the second time I've been Matt Brust by Brando. Now there's a third Matt Brust. Are you joking? Was this the store manager?
Yeah, his name is Matt Brust.
Wow.
Well, there it is.
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
No relation to you. Thank God for him.
Thank God for him. Thank you, Jason.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, listen to Jason Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Matt Brust.
I wonder what he's like.
Who?
Matt Brust.
Hey, ask Jason. He knows.
It's just
I
fascinating.
can try to get him on the phone if you want.
Do you know what Verizon Jason went to?
I have a pretty good guess.
Oh, you probably do. Yeah. I have one too now. I have the question now that I want to go further into because I don't know if the additions change that unless a first-round draft pick really impacts one of these position groups.
Which usually they should.
Maybe. Well, I said that's the thing. Usually they should, but we have a track record of the Packers' first-round draft picks and what they've done.
Man, it's crazy. Packers just give you ultimate job security. My goodness. Win a couple games, you can just mess up in the first round all the time. The draft class was awful. 2020 was awful.
Awful.
Just bad.
I mean, but Jordan Love.
The rest of it was bad.
But you got your quarterback.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who has a better year, the wide receivers or the defensive line? 800-990-3776. I'm actually torn. I think this is pretty tough. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
An accident on 894 eastbound, right about at the ramp from Forest Home. off on the right shoulder, so just watch out for that as you're heading through there. We've got southbound on 43 backing up from about Burleigh down towards the Fond du Lac Avenue area. Northbound is slowing down around the North Avenue curve up to Keith, and then westbound 94, you're seeing delays just past 27th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, breezy. We may have a few showers later on with a low of 38. Tomorrow, a few showers early, then afternoon sunshine, breezy with a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Brewers baseball is here. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Don't miss any of the big games or the superstars. And come back for the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's every game all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
It's our lowest prices of the season, in-store and online at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop the season's best values on supplies to make projects your own. In our Tire and Auto Service Center, select tires or buy 3, get 1 free for rewards members. Plus, get an extra $25 reward savings on 4 Cooper or Goodyear tires. Just ask an associate for details and learn about our best tire price promise. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Which group do you believe will have a better year? The wide receivers or the defensive line? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Listens more. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. You can just listen to us live. Easy peasy. Watch, listen, podcasts, all on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today. I think it's the wide receivers. I know that at least Brad is Mr. 75%. Mm-hmm. I think that what the wide receivers have working for them a little bit more than the defensive line in terms of having a better year is I still have faith in Jordan Love. I still believe in him as a quarterback to help elevate those guys. I still believe that Matt LaFleur has a little bit more up his sleeve. He got a little stale last year. Scheme, quarterback, and it'd be tough to have 32 drops again. So by all that, I just have a little bit more faith on what's out there. We know that Dontavian Wicks and flashes has been able to have great separation. He got rid of the drop problem that he had in the first half of the season. Jaden Reed, despite a disappearing act in the second half of the season, still had 800 yards. Imagine if he's able to put 17 games together in his third year. As Tausch says, year 2 to year 3, you know who you are. And we're going to see what he's made of. Don't like not having Christian Watson, but at least you have guys that have been together now with the quarterback, and there's hopefully, and Romeo Doubs, we know he's this good safety blanket, over the middle, good hands, contested catch guy. Like, you got guys where you've seen success. They just need to put that all together. Unfortunately, when I look at the defensive line, yeah, Halfley can scheme things up, but a lot of it's just winning your battles, right? Doing your job and winning your battles. And when we talk to Jason, we got LVN, Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Rashawn Gary, 4 first-round picks. There hasn't been enough consistency as there has been in the wide receiver room despite the drops, right? LVN hasn't been able to sniff a quarterback. Rashawn Gary is too much in flashes, and why I can use him in flashes is because he's on a big contract. He's still a top 15 paid defensive lineman, even though he's top 5 when they signed him. Kenny Clark's on his 3rd contract. 1.5 sacks last year, was that it? Not enough. Maybe it was 3, I don't know what it is. I think it was 1.5, but it wasn't good enough. Devontae Wyatt, again, flashes. I'm okay with him. But overall, there's too much investment there monetarily with next contracts. It's hard for me to buy into something I've seen consistently over a longer period of time. For Brad and Kyle, let's go to John in Milwaukee. Yes, Strofe, I like that you wrote this. There are a lot of Johns in Milwaukee. You're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm going to agree with the other guy. 75% chance that he takes wide receiver this year. I mean, I agree. We need to draft ourselves a Batman at wide receiver, not a Bateman, but a Batman.
Yeah.
And
nice, John.
Yeah, there you go. The last time we had a Batman, like you said, was Devontae Adams, right, back in 2019, in 2020. And I was thinking back then in 2019, what Gutekunst should have done was draft a wide receiver with that second first-round pick he had in 2019. There was guys, there were several Batmans available back then. There was a guy named DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown. They were both available in the 2019 draft, and in fact, both of those guys went in the second round.
I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would have loved that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to take a flyer on those guys when they're available. Could you imagine if Aaron Rodgers had DK Metcalf or A.J. Brown as a rookie back in 2019 playing opposite of Devontae Adams in 2019?
Yeah, John, I mean, here's the thing. And you're right in one thing. Not necessarily like, revisionist history, but the revisionist history here is there has been a lot of wide receivers during the 19 to 22 period that we're seeing be really successful. And the first time the Packers went out and got one was Christian Watson. And then he was obviously a rookie with Alan Lazard and Romeo Doubs in the year that Rodgers ended there. Let's go to Brian in Milwaukee. You're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Which group will have a better year? Brian in McGuanago. You're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Which group will have a better year, the wide receivers or the defensive line?
I think it'll be the wide receivers. I think you've seen enough flashes. You know what you got. They don't have to be great. I trust that LaFleur can scheme up enough things to make the offense productive and give them opportunities. I think the most underrated part is the fact that Marshawn Lloyd is going to be available, and I do think that he was the best running back in the draft last year. So that double-headed monster back there, he's got a lot of talent, man. And having him back there with Jacobs, I think it'll take some pressure off the wide receiver core. And the defensive line, I think Kenny Clark's pretty much done. I think age and lack of productivity last year is going to limit his effectiveness. I don't think Devontae Wyatt's got much there. Rashawn Gary's had flashes, but he's not what we needed him to be. He got paid like an A player, and he plays like a B player. And I don't think you have enough. And I think with the sad reality of it is you can win the Super Bowl with a platoon of wide receivers who are fairly productive. You can't win a Super Bowl if you have no ability to generate a pass rush. And you see, like, time and time again, the Super Bowl champions are the ones who have a defensive line that makes the opposition quarterback life difficult. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that with what we have. I would go really aggressive on getting a top-tier edge rusher in this year's draft.
Well, thank you for the call, Brian. And I think Goody's been trying to do that. I mean, he had the 13th pick of the draft. And Kyle says he can't trust him.
Taking swings at least.
Yeah,
we got a coin flip gif here on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Who has the better year in 2025, the wide receivers or the offense, or the defensive line? Wide receivers 52%, defensive line 48%, and then the gif of the coin flip, which is right on the 50-50-ish poll here on KBN ESPN. I said wide receivers. Brian from Iguanago said wide receivers. What do Brad and Kyle think? Will anyone be with the defensive line? I feel like not, based off their early entries into their quick one-liners there. But we'll see what they have to say next. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm going to tell you about the Princeton Club with a strong community aspect. I'm telling you, when you go there, you walk in, they have different initiatives to help the community. You can have a strong mind and a strong body because they provide everything you need. Personal training, workout classes. You mentioned new equipment, and it's coming in and out every day. You have the best cardio equipment. You have basketball courts, tennis courts, swimming pools. You name it, the Princeton Club has it. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7, super clean, and it always keeps you coming back for more. No goal is too big or too small. Start today for a better tomorrow. Join the Princeton Club. Who has a better year? The D-line or the wide receivers? Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Top 5 of my guys throughout my career. Of
just one below me. I was just putting myself in the ranking.
He loves himself.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a 3. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe. A special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab. That's his favorite. And the 2.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at UWHoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Hey, Gina, did you hear about the draft?
Wayne, there's no draft at Pella.
There's definitely a draft. Right, Wildy?
Yeah,
everybody's talking about it.
Pella windows are constructed of the highest quality. No drafts. But Pella should be everyone's number one pick because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get no interest financing options or free glass upgrades.
So where is the draft?
Coon. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply in 4/30/2025.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired, and we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
we can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
Unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More, the place to go for sipping rosés with seltzers on ice, making margaritas with your favorite tequilas. It's warm out, let's go. Our prices are low on spirits, beer, and wine. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. B21.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. a trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Some road trips are about the journey, others are where they take you. And sometimes, the best destinations are just across the Wisconsin border. There you'll find Higher Love stands out with the largest selection of products at an unbeatable value, making every trip worth it. Less than an hour from Green Bay, and just over 2 from Milwaukee, Higher Love in Menominee is closer than you think. Come see why they are voted best in Michigan. Also find them in Ironwood or any of their 9 UP locations. Start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You tell us which group will have a better year, the wide receivers or the defensive line. You might be able to get some better insight than from us about fantasy football if you go to the Fantasy Football Focus.
Fantasy Focus Football Podcast. Yeah, that's the name of it, Benny. Nice job. They will be live in Green Bay 9 days from today, Wednesday, April 23rd, kicking off draft week in style at the Tundra Trio Houses. It's my last pair, guys. It's your last chance.
Where are they this
Don't tell us where you put them.
They're in between my left ear and the left headphone I'm wearing. Can you see them? You know the old trick? What's behind your ear? That's where my tickets are. Caller lucky number 13 right now, 800-990-3776. Caller 13, 800-990-3776. You and a friend are heading to the Fantasy Focus Football Podcast Live. Complimentary drinks and food. Liz Loza, Daniel Dopp, Field Yates, Stefania Bell. The whole crew will be there. Meet the crew, get free swag, get free drinks, get free food, and get free knowledge, baby. From the 06010, the Fantasy Focus Football Podcast live in Green Bay next Wednesday. Caller 13 right now, 800-990-3776.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. All right, boys, what do you got? Wide receiver, defensive line. Who's going to stake their claim in the D-line?
Even though I would love to say the D-line, because it helps my argument that the Packers will draft first-round wide receiver, I just can't. I can't put my name on this D-line. The receivers actually showed flashes, right? Like Wicks has some ability of some separation. Jaden Reed has had games where he looks like he could be one of the best receivers in the NFL, then disappears. And Romeo Doubs is fairly consistent. So I think that with Jordan Love continuing to improve, taking a step forward, hopefully being healthy all year, I think the wide receivers will do better than the D-line, which I don't know how you fix them. I do not know how you fix the D-line.
Well, you just got to hope and pray. And I'm going to go with the D-line because it is going to be...
But you're hoping and praying, and then you're picking the D-line?
Hoping and praying, and also I'm going to tell y'all this. This is why I think the D-line is going to be improved this year, a little more than the wide receiver room, because the wide receiver room is missing a very important piece in Christian Watson. I think Devontae Wyatt, he can come back, he can be healthy this year. He makes a lot of improvement. Devontae Wyatt showed... when he was healthy, he started making plays. It looked like he was going to turn the corner for the Green Bay Packers last year, but unfortunately, he could not stay healthy. A guy that pops on the screen, Kingsley Enagbare. He's another guy who I feel like second year in this defense can continue his trajectory from being a mid-round pick to being a guy that we actually depend on and pops on the screen more. And we already saw what Carl Brooks and Colby Wooden can do, right? And so if those guys... Unfortunately, we can't count on the first guys. We can't count on the Lucas Van Ness. We can't count on the Kenny Clark or Rashawn Gary. But it's the guys behind him, the way that Goody drafts, right? He's able to find guys in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round. If those guys can get better, then we're going to be a lot better.
Wide receiver, D-line for Kyle Wallace. On a hope and a prayer. What a take. Kyle Brust and Nortman will continue on 94.5 ESPN. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam, Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison.
Phone's on fire right now.
I know. Strophy's working hard for the Fantasy Focus podcast, but we're back in 2 minutes. Don't you worry. Don't go anywhere.
Southbound 894 94 from before Lincoln all the way down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. There is a crash right about at Forest Home, but everything is off on the right shoulder. We've also got some heavy traffic on northbound 43 from Fond du Lac Avenue to Keefe. Southbound's going to be tight right through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94 slowing down out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And the eastbound side, couple pockets of heavy traffic as well, just before 76th Street to Hawley Road and then again through the Stadium interchange. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Dedicated to helping businesses do business better, visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, breezy, a few showers later on. Some might have some wet snowflakes possible, a low of 38. Tomorrow, a few showers early, afternoon sun, breezy with a high of 50. Weather is brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. No matter the forecast, they have something to lift your spirit. Less than an hour from Green Bay, visit us in Ironwood and Menominee or online at findhigherlove.com/CBD. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins is bringing back their famous 2-foot party subs. Whether it's for a big game, family gathering, or work celebration, Cousins 2-foot party sub is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. Order today through April 27th in store, online, or on their app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on 414.
Whoa.
I was so excited. Let me do it again.
This happens once a year.
Okay.
On 414 day, it's the worst one he's ever done.
I know. I was so excited to try to say like on 414 day on KBN, but I forgot about it. But it's the 414 hour on 414 day.
No, that was
on
bad
KBN.
too.
I should have practiced. Oh well, it's 414 day, Milwaukee. My time.
Kyle, I'll give you one more shot if you want it.
Okay. It's the 414 hour at 4 on 414 day here in my city of Milwaukee on KBN. I do good.
Yeah,
That
still.
last one
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's good.
I love Milwaukee. And the sun is about to start coming out. The river. We have a river in our city. Like, do y'all understand that? There's a river that runs. You're laughing, but strobe, like, legitimately.
River and a lake.
We're all not as blessed as you to have a pontoon.
Kyle,
you two can afford it. He can't.
I walk past the river every day. I'm aware.
But that's just not normal for most places to have a river in the middle. You can literally go to a club and go outside and look at the river. You can literally say, "Baby, I'm gonna take you to a little spot on the river we can go eat at."
Was that how you used to court?
Patios, rooftops, river. That's beautiful. And then, hey, let's get on a boat. Oh, let's go on a boat and park the boat and go to the Harp. Come on now.
This was your game back in the day?
Man, if I had a boat when I was in my mid-20s, I would have been a problem. I would have been a problem.
You're still a problem.
Bro, in my mid-20s, Brad, did you not go out in Milwaukee? Oh, you're in the NFL punting. Dude, you go out in Milwaukee in your if I'm 25 years old.
What are you telling a girl? Hey, I got a boat.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a boat,
Are you
girl.
kidding
That's
me?
it.
That's lame. They're gonna
Brad don't have no game.
You are out of touch. If I went to,
I don't need to tell him I got a boat.
If I went to Water Street and I was 25 years old and I'm spitting game to this girl,
you want to hop on our boat?
And I said, baby, you know what? Hey, where you going later? I don't know. I'm with my friend. Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hop on my boat. You have a boat? Yeah, ain't nothing big. Hop on my boat.
Ain't nothing big.
We on the boat. We're gonna play some music. We're gonna sit back and we're gonna ride up and down the river. Come on, Brad.
That's creepy.
Brad,
come on my boat.
Brad, I'm gonna tell you this right.
We'll float down the river.
I would have had a gaggle of people and a gaggle of ladies would have been on my boat if I was 25 years old.
Could have said group.
Yeah, gaggle sounds
no,
offensive.
Creepy.
Gaggle is offensive. Gaggle just makes you know it's a lot.
What does gaggle mean?
Gaggle means a lot.
Yeah.
I've never heard that word before.
I never heard it either.
Another word I wanted to say, but this is FCC.
Well, slow down. You're a little too loud right now. Hey, what's up, Alan? Milwaukee, you're up on the Carpus Talking text line.
How's it going, y'all?
It's going good.
What up, Alan?
I was just wondering, man, you guys are like doubling down on this hope and prayer thing for next year. I think the Packers have a good chance of finishing under 500.
Damn!
Given that they're going to be playing. They're not playing the bottom feeders no more. They're going to be playing the two top divisions in the league. You know, given the fact that they finished 1-3 or whatever, 1-5 in the division last year, and the Bears are improved, I mean, they have a high chance of finishing under 500.
Wow.
Now, Alan, I feel like you're typically more pessimistic than most. Do you just not expect growth from some of these guys that maybe some are?
I'm not pessimistic. I'm realistic. And guys that haven't grown so far are not just going to continue to grow. I mean, we know who they are now.
Alan, I will say this. I love you. But, Alan, didn't you said that Jordan Love during his rookie year, you weren't impressed with him early on, weren't you?
No, I wasn't impressed. I think he's good. He's not going to be a top 5 guy that we hope he's going to be, but he'll be a 6 to 13 kind of guy. We can win with that.
It's just crazy that you think that this Green Bay Packer team, which last year we all can admit they did not beat good teams, but they competed in almost all those games, or they were down a lot and they came back in those games. They were a competitive football team. To think they're not going to take a step in the right direction where they can start winning those football games is tough. I know we have high standards here. We want to be Super Bowl ready, but playoff ready is not something I'm questioning. This team is going to compete next season.
I mean, look,
I'd be shocked if they're under 500.
Under 500 would be just
someone's getting fired.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't go 7 seed youngest team in the NFL, 7 seed youngest team in the NFL, take steps with the same roster, and obviously there's been some additions that you're hoping Josh Jacobs can continue that success, and Matt LaFleur can evolve the offense with the production of Josh Jacobs. Look, there's a lot there to like. But like we've said, they have to show us there's more than just to like. Our theme has been they're good, not great. When are they going to show that great? And we appreciate the call, Alan. Are you guys just going to not?
Oh, I thought
comment.
It sounded like Alan was trying to get something in. No, I mean, you're right, though. It would be a next level disappointment if this team was anything less than a true playoff contender, which they should be. I'm a little bit suspicious of the assumption of, oh, yeah, they're just going to take a step forward. I don't think it works like that in the NFL. But if even a couple of guys do that, then they got a chance, but particularly Jordan Love. It's Jordan Love, and what do they do to fill these holes? That's why if they can help Jordan Love with a wide receiver in the first round, do something to fortify the D-line, and maybe you keep Jair, maybe somebody sticks. I don't know. It's just they don't seem 100% primed to be a contender, but they're certainly a playoff team.
Now, that's a good follow-up here for Kyle Wallace. How much horsepower does your boat have?
Our boat is 115 HP. It's a
HP.
Yeah, it's a pontoon. It's a bar boat, actually.
What does it get up to? Like miles per hour?
Is it clean?
You put it down on the sticks.
It's very clean. I work with, I own it with a firefighter and somebody who does some sanitation stuff, supervisor type stuff. And so they're the clean ones. I just enjoy it.
What's the fastest you ever gone on it?
Probably, me personally, driven, I think I've probably gone like 27, something like that.
Pretty good. It's pretty good for a pontoon boat.
That pontoon rips.
Something like that. I'm trying to think. I am, as y'all know me, I'm an inside guy. I'm not like a guy who uses my hands like that. So, when we're on the water, I'm not really trying to test it too much. I'll let those two do it.
Have you ever been broken down with it?
You need to row home.
Where you've had to get your hands dirty.
The worst that could happen is that there gets some seaweed or some stuff inside of the propeller, and so you just have to go in there and grab it out. But other than that, no.
Can you do that? You use your hands dirty?
I gotta do that. Yeah, the Truth Team was on the boat one time. I had to do that.
Wait, the Truth Team's been on the boat.
Don't say
what
that.
What about
Brett.
us?
Alex, what about? Oh, Alex is working hard. Y'all have been invited on the boat, and you both said no.
Those were very
right.
maybe we
hang
can
on.
find
Alex
a date.
Hang on. Let me ask the audience here whether you believe this is true or not, Kyle. I feel like we get the invite within like a 48-hour on a summer weekend.
Yeah,
those things need to be planned out.
100%.
I gave.
We're like
notice.
Basically, he invites other people and he can't fill the boat, and he's like, "Oh, you guys want to come now?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Last minute.
What day works for y'all? Y'all give me.
We're not going to schedule this in front of KBN Nation.
No. Well, you let me know. Give me a date. We have May. The weather. Hopefully it turns. We have May. We have June. We have July. We have August. We even have September now because of global warming.
We get a prime summer date before it's.
Yeah, we can get a Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, go to the weekend, or we can do a Sunday fun day.
Ladies joining, or just the boys?
No, ladies got to join now. We are men who are taken. We want our ladies with us. Yeah. Wait, y'all don't want y'all girls with y'all? What
Can
is
you imagine
this?
the ladies of KBN together? Now that's a treat.
Yeah, that's kind of forced.
I think they get along.
Oh, I'd make so much content out of them.
I mean, they would be great.
They would be great.
They would just talk trash about us the whole time.
That is a good point.
You right.
Hey, remember that time they're on the radio and said this? Like, oh my, this would be bad for us.
Does Ben ever go home and say stuff like this after the show?
Do you guys ever have to bring up when they say something on the show and then they say, "Oh, I was just doing it for the radio"?
All the time.
Brad, you don't have to do that. You don't deal with that because Brad actually knows how to have sense. Me and Ben, not so much.
You mean like to have just a little bit of a guardrail about what comes out of your mouth?
Yeah. I find myself not.
Chris chimes into the 414 that Alan was very sobering on the program.
Yeah, right. Very sobering.
Where did that even come from, Alan? Like,
it's 414 day.
414 day, man. They're gonna finish under 500.
I mean, the schedule next year is not a walk in the park, but it ain't like it's a gauntlet they have to go through.
What's more likely? They go to the Super Bowl or they finish under 500?
Go to the Super Bowl.
I agree. I think it's that unlikely they finish under 500.
I agree. They're not
short of Jordan Love getting hurt.
They're not going 1-5 in the division again next year. And they're a good football team. It's not again.
It's hard for me to pick the under 500 when all odds were stacked against them in 2023. Literally 3-6 and made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And last year, despite not being able to win some high caliber key games, they still won 11 football games. And again, I think this isn't indicative of who they were, but in that playoff game, they did play the Eagles well. Not great. They played well.
No, the defense played very well.
But again,
they battled.
The offense basically told Philadelphia, you don't need to do anything. You're going to be good because our defense will take care of it. That's why they were the Super Bowl champions, because they were able to play complementary football all year long. And that's what I'm hoping the Packers can have. They never were able last year to put a game together where everyone was in unison. It was turnover fest. The defense started hot. McKinney started hot. Then there was injuries and Malik. It just was so disjointed last year. Mm-hmm. This is, as Jason Mobley said, I love this, is a pivotal year. And I think Ryan in McGuanago chimed in earlier on the Carlos Talking text line. I can't find it anymore. It's too far back. Like, this is the year of accountability. And I like that. It's accountability for Goody in terms of roster building, Matt LaFleur in terms of getting the best out of players, and Jordan Love on just being a consistent franchise quarterback. The rest is important. But ultimately, those top three things matter a whole lot more than anything else. If Goody doesn't put together a good enough roster, and Matt LaFleur isn't able to put together a good enough game plan with the roster, and Jordan Love doesn't play up to that $55 million contract, the rest we're talking about how much, we need this person, that person, but it's less important if your guys aren't going to guys.
Yeah, but our disappointing and our, some of our critiques are rooted in the fact that we want this team to be at a championship level. We aren't talking about playoffs right now with the Green Bay Packers. I think they earned the fact to have a conversation to talk about championships. When you see the progress, they made progress, right? They didn't have the results we wanted in the playoffs, but 9 wins to 11 wins is progress. Beating bad teams or beating average teams or beating teams that you were better than, that's what the Packers did, except for that Bears game which was disjointed. The Packers took care of business almost every single game where they were the better football team. You have to give them some credit for that. So to all of a sudden think that this team that has already shown that they can be average to below average and good football teams is just going to suck all of a sudden next year, that's not the conversation. It's about, are they going to take the next step? So I don't like Allen talking, thinking that the floor for them is not making the playoffs, where the floor really is the playoffs.
Yeah, and there were plenty of games where they played against that good to great football team where it just felt like they came out shell-shocked, unprepared, and you saw some glimpses of greatness when they tried to claw their way back against the Vikings and the Lions and the Eagles. So you see it in there. It's just a matter of maturity. I think these are some talented football players. Are they great? Are they all pros? I wouldn't go that far, which is why I'm not sure they're true contenders, but they're certainly good football players. They just lack some maturity. And I think that maturity is going to come a little bit more into fruition. Maybe not that they'll take huge step forwards, but at some point you start to see all the different scenarios that can unfold in a game, and you're a little bit more prepared for it the next time around.
Well, you can always be prepared, and we've talked about a lot of the investments that they made on the defensive line. Speaking of investments, being prepared for volatility, there's one thing that Brad can tell you to help with that.
Oh, that's right. An investment that you need to explore for your own portfolio is limited time CD specials from my friends at Bank 5.9. You can earn as much as 4.8% from their CD specials. That's top of the market stuff right there. 4.8% in this economy with all this uncertainty that's unfolding right before our eyes. Then Bank 5.9 CD specials might be right for you. There can be multiple duration depending on how long you might need the money for. Maybe you're good to let it sit for a couple of years. That's possible. Maybe you just want something that's less than a year. Bank 5.9 will work with you to make sure it is perfect for your financial situation. 4.8% in this economy, Bank 5.9 is the place to go to make that happen. Simply another way Bank 5.9 is making the lives better in our communities. They're trying to make your financial life better. So be sure to hurry and get those high rates now because they won't last forever. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
The Milwaukee Bucks are the 5 seed. They're taking on the Pacers. Revenge time? Better be. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we do have a crash right now on northbound 43 on the off-ramp to Fond du Lac Avenue. So watch out for that. Delays heading past that point all the way up to Keefe. On the southbound side, slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise. Westbound 94, backing up from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slow from 84th Street to Hawley Road, and then again through the stadium out to 35th. Off the freeway system, though, on 181, also known as Glenview Avenue, right about at Hawthorne Avenue, north of the freeway, we've got the right shoulder block with a crash, so watch out for that. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, breezy, with a few showers later on, a low of 38. Tomorrow, a few showers early, afternoon sunshine, breezy with a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers baseball is the sound of summer in Milwaukee. And now you can catch the Brewers on local TV for select Tuesday night games.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she
It's
goes.
Brew Crew Tuesdays. On April 15th, the Crew take on the Detroit Tigers at 6:40 p.m.
Half swing. He went. Another strikeout for Freddie
This
Peralta.
Brew Crew Tuesday is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. See the action on Fox 6 in Milwaukee and check your local listings for where you can watch over the air statewide on April 15th.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
at the 4th Annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th Annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired, and we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
We can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
For their accounts payable workflow, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin implemented a document management and workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems. Junior Achievement Vice President of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, highlights the positive impact.
That impact has made it much more streamlined for us to handle the entire process from receiving an invoice to having it paid.
How has streamlining your accounts payable workflow benefited Junior Achievement's mission?
It has allowed us to be more on mission and strategically reach out and expand our impact to be able to reach more students.
If others are looking for workflow automation solutions to better serve their clients or customers, what's your suggestion?
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of love.
What a good song choice, Strophe. Another good choice for you. Go check out my friends at QC Kinetics, because if you're dealing with joint pain, anything that's holding you back from living the life that you want to live, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, then boy, oh boy, do not wait any longer. Reclaim your life, your independence, and your active lifestyle with my friends at QC Kinetics. They utilize regenerative medicine that be able to take you outside of what might be a sort of what the traditional medical community might say. You get your second opinion with QC Kinetics, because they're the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. That is cutting-edge technology. Platelets, PRP, plasma, so many things that help your body heal itself and can create something of a miracle to get you a healthier life. No more drugs, no more downtime, no more surgery with QC Kinetics, giving you your life back. The consultation is totally free, so there's really no excuse to not call them today. You can call them right now at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line lists is more. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. All right, well, we can get to the Milwaukee Bucks, but now you've brought a prop.
Well, it's not a prop. This is healthcare.
What do you mean it's healthcare? Please explain to the listening audience what the hell is going on.
As everybody knows, today, Ben and I, we did a great thing where we
didn't do a great thing.
What do you mean we didn't do a great thing? Yes, we did. We sacrificed our bodies for the MAC Fund.
Okay, see, you're looking at this backwards. Zerbal Concrete did a great thing. Zerbal Concrete donated $1,000 so it would go to the MAC Fund, so that you and I would go get a Brazilian wax after the show today.
That's called that's a sacrifice. What do you mean? He donated. Thank you so much, Zerbal Concrete. But we enticed him with getting a Brazilian wax, and so today enticed with a Brazilian wax, and a great cause. And
I don't know if that's the right word.
Okay, okay, whatever. Gave him an incentive, whatever it is that we're getting a Brazilian wax today, and it's a long work day, a very long work day, and so just to make sure I'm so fresh and so clean like Outcast said, I made sure I brought me some soap and I brought me a wash rag.
That's a pretty haggard wash rag.
Is that a specific? Do you use that soap at home?
I do not. Well, so this is in the guest bathroom, so I don't use it.
You're not going to put that back in the guest bathroom, are you?
Yes, I am. What do you mean? I'm not going to use the whole bottle. I ain't that dirty.
Yeah, but the guests are going to be using that. If I ever have to stay at the Wallace household, I will know that's the
You ain't
soap.
staying in no Wallace household.
Right, yeah, they would get a hotel before they stayed in my house. They Uber back. Bradley, how much Uber is no cost to be in this outhouse of a home?
How long have you owned that rag?
Okay, so the rag.
The rag, that's a great point.
It's not a cloth, it's a rag.
So the rag looks like
he's not saying it's a washcloth. He's calling it a rag.
Okay, so the washcloth. So let me just tell y'all this. So the washcloth looks like this because I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm not going to wash this today because I washed last night. I'm going to, because it was the dirty one, so I was trying to move it out. And I said, I'm going to save it. I didn't want to have to use a new one today.
But how long have you owned it for? That was the question.
The washcloth, I don't know, a year? It only looks like this because I've been washing my body with it for the last probably 2 weeks.
You haven't washed that in 2 weeks?
That's dirty now.
Yeah, but I use this is really just a face towel and then some of the body stuff. I just scrub
So
my
where are you
hands.
going to wash yourself?
But no, forget that question because he's going to say something stupid.
The nether region. I was coached. The nether region.
Brad, I'm actually starting to get disappointed with you.
Why?
You're not even coming for moral support.
Oh, wow. Wow. He is just flipped it on you.
Yeah, this is something
Like, we're getting a Brazilian wax. I don't. His name 800-990-3776. I don't know how many KBN Nation out there have gotten a Brazilian wax, but can somebody fill me in? Like, I'm showing up, and I said I would do it. Am I going to be like in excruciating pain?
You didn't practice?
Practice what?
You got to prep yourself for the pain.
How do you prep?
How do I practice? I don't have wax and strips.
No, well, you better find solutions to get I practice. I prepared my body for war.
All right, keep it clean. What does that mean?
So you know how you can just put like tape on your arm and
yes.
Yeah, you got to
Did
practice.
you do that in a different area?
Had to practice. Had to practice for pain, fellas.
And how'd that
practice for pain?
Yeah, very well. I withstood the pain. I sure did, so I'm good.
I imagine hot wax is going to be significantly worse than tape.
That is the area I am concerned about is the hot wax because I don't do well. Like I'm a guy where I get in the shower and it's a little bit too hot. I turn it down. I really don't like steaming hot, so I'm a little concerned about hot wax down there. But I guess it's safe.
So I've been thinking about you guys.
Is there a recovery period?
I would imagine you'll be very sensitive. I've been thinking about you guys all weekend with this because
Bradley.
with like we got our like the boys we foster, right? So we have to change their diaper. You got to lift them up and clean them and put the diaper down. Every time I wipe them up, I'm like, this is going to be Ben and Kyle.
You're thinking of us when changing your foster children's diapers.
Yeah, because
is odd.
You guys are going to be in the exact same position.
So when your foster children
worse.
are legs up, getting wiped by you, cleaning them as the adult, and they're
because my
you're thinking
realization
about
is
me and Ben with our legs
there's
up.
going to be some grown men on the table in the same exact position that these little babies are in right now. I'm changing their diaper in a much worse situation.
Listen, I was very concerned and nervous before this because I'm a person, I don't like change. I really don't. I don't like doing things drastic. But I said I'm going to do this, and so I have mentally prepared myself to say, you know what? Let's do it. Like, I'm excited. I've been practicing, putting my legs up in the air. I've been doing everything.
So no excuses, every area?
No excuses. No excuses. We gonna get cleaned up. We gonna get cleaned up, and I can't wait. And we're gonna stream. We're not gonna stream it live.
Dave from Aaron says, my wife said it's not going to tickle. Ryan from Iguanago says, until the tears stop is the recovery period.
Wait, what? Huh? The tears?
Do you think when you guys are gonna cry?
I'm not gonna cry, but I'm very fearful because I'm like, when you're ticklish, but like when somebody tickles you and then they just reach for you, you start laughing and giggling before they even touch you. I'm very nervous that
you start laughing.
I'm gonna start laughing because I'm in pain. I'm gonna start giggling. So now I'm giggling this person's face, just moving around. I'm very, very concerned.
Strofe, do you know anything about Brazilian waxes?
Yeah, I know everything. No, I know nothing.
You said you did research on this.
I did do research just to see what parts of your body will be dealing with hot wax and tape and all the in-betweens.
Is there there's no exceptions to the areas we're thinking about?
I would just say between the belly button and the kneecap.
Oh, wow.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's more than a Brazilian.
After a male Brazilian wax, recovery typically involves avoiding heat.
What?
Sun exposure.
Cold showers.
And tight clothing for 24 to 48 hours, as well as delaying strenuous exercise and swimming.
Wait a minute. Time out.
It is
What about
crucial.
having a surgery? What's going on
It
here?
is crucial to keep the area clean, moisturized, and to start exfoliating gently after a couple days.
Oh, hell no. This sounds painful. This sounds like it's going to be more than this. I'm going to have days of this?
Do you think it'll hurt, like, sit down? Because it'll be so
this is a question. This is a question for the next couple of days. Yes. Where it says wear loose-fitting clothes to minimize friction.
Oh, my gosh. So no drawers? I'm going to be out here just no drawers and sweatpants at work tomorrow? In my gray sweatpants?
Who's going
Oh,
first?
jeez.
Me.
I think that's a bad idea.
I got to get back to
you
a
got
family.
a family.
Yeah, but I think when he's in there, you're going to leave.
No,
You think Kyle's going to bail?
No, I'm going to
I
do
do
it.
think Kyle's going to bail.
He's not going to bail.
No. I've
And what you gotta do is
legitimately
scrub-
What's exfoliating? Like I know the term,
It's
but like
washing,
it's just washing.
essentially.
But
my
washing
gosh.
with, like, a specific texture to, like, be able to get in the pores.
Correct. Bingo.
So if you do this once, like how, like am I?
Don't all the hairs come back thicker?
Wait, are you asking, do you think you'll never have to shave that area again? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, no, but I'm hoping I get like a long grace period.
You will get a longer grace period than normal if you were to, say, shave. But to Brad's point, the rumor, the old folks' tale, I don't know if it's true or not.
Wives'
is that
tale.
Well, all the above. A folks' tale also works.
I don't think I've never heard folks' tale.
Am I making that up?
Folklore?
Yeah, folklore. That it is. There it is.
The
That's
old
what it
folks'
is.
tale is that when you shave, hair grows back thicker. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to that, especially when it comes to waxing, but
Well, that's a good point. Did you bring this up because Ryan from McGuanago did as well in the Carbus Talking text line? Make Kyle go first so he doesn't chicken out.
I'm not going to
So
chicken out.
this is on me now to not make it feel or sound when I'm screaming
No.
that it's that horrific, because if it is, he'll just run.
what you hope for is that even if you are screaming or crying or pouting, that it is soundproof enough to the lobby that he doesn't hear anything.
Listen. Papa Walls didn't raise no softy, okay? Millions of people get these Brazilian waxes every single year, okay? I can handle a little bit of hot wax and a little bit of ripping. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it for a good cause. I ain't chickening
Now,
out.
here's the thing. You're a lot hairier than people that typically get this done.
No, I'm not. I'm not very hairy.
The women that are getting it done.
Yeah, I mean,
And they get it done often and frequently so the hair doesn't grow back. So there's not a lot of stuff to grab onto. This is your first one ever. And they are going to be, I imagine,
In 2020,
waxing areas you've never shaved
6.39
before.
million Americans used professional waxing services 4 or more times within 6 months.
That's a lot.
that is a
That's
lot.
a lot.
I think that's a lot.
How
I'm
many
Gucci.
strips will it take to complete the job?
Oh, not much for me.
It's a lot of surface
Probably
area.
4.
No, I was going to say
Oh, the
like
whole
12.
job? I'm 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe 6.
I think you're
Yeah, I don't think you know.
I think it's like 12.
No, I'm not, fellas, I'm not that hairy.
But you're still attacking the whole area.
She can just go ahead and I said, put a big old glob on, put it on. And
Josh and Racine, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey guys, I think Brad needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad, come and give us more.
I'm
Hold
good.
hold my hand, Brad.
I'm good.
Not even for that. Just because if Ben starts screaming, Kyle can't run if Brad's there.
I trust these guys to do the job. I trust them to
I
get it
trust
done.
me. Do we really trust Kyle?
I think push comes to shove, Kyle he'll get a couple.
First, y'all wouldn't marry me, and now y'all don't trust for me to follow through.
Well, I
on
mean,
this?
if we didn't want to
Dang.
marry you, trust is usually the first thing. I'm just kidding.
I don't think he's kidding.
Dang. I mean, no.
Talking about it.
I still have a lot of questions on this.
What questions do you have?
Do you want to
Stroh?
come?
No.
Why not? I could use a hand holder.
I have to move a couch at 5:30.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Coming up next, I'm exhausted with Alex Stroh's move, and it hasn't even begun.
I'm also exhausted, to be fair.
Oh, my gosh.
Please tell us what you are going to be doing in between when you move the couch and what you're going to do with the couch.
Well, I'm clicking more on DraftKings Pick 6 app, baby. Sal Frelick, more than a half single? How about that on the DraftKings Pick 6 app? DraftKings Pick 6, basketball playoffs are coming, baseball is in full swing, and you win more money with Pick 6 from DraftKings. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6, plus even more cash if you outscore the competition. Pick 6 available in most states, including right here in Wisconsin. Got a little 4-pick entry today on Pick 6, hoping hoping I can cash out. New players on Pick 6 get $50 on just a $5 entry. Turn 5 into 55 instantly, and you can win more money on DraftKings Pick 6 using the code WKTI. That's code WKTI. Again, new customers play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded with a non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits, and those do expire within 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Kyle and I are getting a Brazilian wax at 5:30 and 6 o'clock. He's doing the thing where he's trying to hype himself up even though he's really nervous. You know that like deflection method?
Yeah.
You're in full deflection mode. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm not Mr. Education. I think that's very clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not anti-education. I'm not very educated. Is that fair?
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Northbound on 43, we are seeing some backups basically from the Marquette all the way up to Keefe, so careful with that. We've also got that crash on the off-ramp to Fond du Lac Avenue as well, so be careful. On the southbound side, slowing from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way down through the Marquette, over the high-rise bridge, pretty much all the way down to Chase. Westbound 94, backing up through the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slow from 484th Street pretty much all the way to about 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, breezy. A few showers later on, a low of 38. Tomorrow, a few showers early. Afternoon sunshine, breezy with a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
April Brewers action rounds out with the matchup against the Tigers and Athletics. Catch the series opener April 14th as the first 10,000 fans get a Brewers t-shirt designed by Unfinished Legacy. Then get Brewers collectibles at back-to-back games against the Athletics. First up, Peanuts Night on April 18th, featuring a Franklin bobble with special tickets. And don't miss a Brewers football jersey for the first 25,000 fans April 19th. Get set for an action-packed April at Brewers.com.
This wasn't how Patrick here in Milwaukee pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, just pretty much hurt doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I've gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap. That's because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike, There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Families agents. Life's better when you're under American Families' roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All I need is some beautiful windows in my home, and guess what? That's exactly what I got with Universal Windows Direct. And right now, if spring cleaning has you thinking about spring upgrading, this is the month to do it. Freshen up your home's look with boosting your energy-efficient windows and saving big during Universal Windows Direct Spring Home Improvement Event. Right now, it's their classic fan favorite offer: buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free. There is absolutely no limit. And plus, here's the real spring surprise. Get a bonus $500 off your entire home improvement project. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your curb appeal, increase your energy savings, and take on those big projects with confidence. Schedule your free in-home estimate today by calling Universal Windows Direct at 414-410-2000 or visiting them at universalwindowsdirect.com. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Don chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. The Brazilian wax happening tonight tells us who is toughest at Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Benny is clearly the toughest. As for Kyle, we don't really know because of his flip-flop nature. Until you go through with this, people are going to doubt you.
Y'all want a before and after picture? Brian, can I do that?
Ben Brust, Kyle Walls, Brad Nortman, Alex Roford on the show, director of content, who has experienced a Brazilian wax after losing the Cover 5 pick challenge 2 years ago on Sunday Karma, has experienced this. Should we be nervous?
I got to answer Kyle's question first. Can you post a before and after pic on your own social media?
On X, what X will do, because I've seen it before, it tells people before, warning, this
it'll
content.
blur you out?
Yeah, it'll blur it out first. So whoever wants to see it, they just click it themselves. It ain't just going to be bow. You know what I'm saying?
Just making OnlyFans.
It feels a little bit off-brand for the ESPN Milwaukee brand.
I mean, KBN Nation is loving that. They want
We
it.
just launched the new ESPN Wisconsin app. We'll have an exclusive
Oh, we can
Kyle
put it down.
Wallace tab, paywall.
Put it behind a paywall.
Paywall for Kyle Wallace.
Hey, do I get residuals from that? Any money from that?
Only Kyle.
Wait a minute now.
Only
We
Kyle.
on to something. Wait a minute. Hit the button. Hit the button.
What button?
Kyle's
You're
on to something. Kyle's on to something.
I think Kyle is onto something.
Should you be nervous? The honest answer is no. So as Ben
Mr.
alluded
Tough
to,
Guy.
Come on, he
as
plays
Ben
hockey.
alluded to, I do play hockey. I got a men's league game in about an hour here.
Cool.
Cool. I did this 3 summers ago.
Yes, you did.
Summer 22, I believe. It was just before my wedding, which is how I rationalized this to all my friends and family. Like, hey, I'm getting this done, But I lost the season-long Cover 5 bet on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. And I got waxed live on the air. So you guys are getting by, I think, clean, no pun intended, because you're not doing this live on the air. I had AirPods in, and I felt like Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin, just Kelly Clarkson live on ESPN Milwaukee. That was crazy. But it didn't hurt that bad.
You took it like a champ. I admit that. You took it like a champ. Me and Ben aren't like you. We're not
was it
tough.
the vulnerability?
Keep your name out my mouth.
Like, what was the worst part then? If it wasn't the pain, is it the vulnerability?
Yes. The worst part.
I ain't worried about
the
vulnerability.
worst part was undoubtedly being a male that walked into a wax center that primarily, it's 2025 in America, primarily men are not, especially in Wisconsin, not really getting this done. You know what I mean? I think probably different cities you're probably getting. I mean, Brad, you played in Charlotte and Jacksonville.
I don't know. I mean,
This is like this would be like an LA thing.
Yeah, this is LA. This is probably New York City. Not in Wisconsin. So that was definitely the worst part, was the embarrassment of walking into the place.
See, I ain't worried about that.
And what they don't
I got
tell
no
you,
shame.
I think in your mind's eye, or at least in my mind's eye, I was thinking I'm going to walk in. There's going to be probably 55, 60-year-old woman in there that's used to this crap. That's like, oh, here's another dude that lost a bet. They're like 28-year-old chicks that are just.
I hope
in
I don't
there.
know her.
That's what I'm saying. So there is a level of
You again, huh?
I knew you'd come crawling back.
And then there's the whole process. Like Kyle asked me earlier this week, because earlier this week, last week, I should say, it's Monday. It's been that kind of day. you asked me, like, what do I prepare for? What's this like? Do they cover you up? And there's no cover up. There's no like blanket shield. There's no.
He said you just put your right leg and left leg up and just spread it out.
Yeah, the way I described it to you
drop
was it's like a catcher stance, and then you kind of roll onto your back. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the position that you should be thinking about.
Is it like going to the dentist?
Look at Brad.
Is it engage in small talk?
There wasn't a lot of small talk. There was like, hey, I'm doing this for the radio. Like I was very upfront and clear about that because I was talking to Craig and Kyle on the air while this was all happening. So
I'm going to make so much small talk.
Yeah, well, that's you. I mean, you made small talk with a blow-up doll at a bar on Brady Street.
That I did do.
I don't even think that was small talk.
I don't think I want to talk to this person like that. I just wanted to get the job.
Get in and get out.
Yeah, I don't want to have
rude, Kyle.
I think
rude.
Brad, you're banned.
Naked.
This is a three people conversation. One who's done the Brazilian.
The other funny part is too, I left my shirt on. So I kind of felt like Bucky Badger, right? Shirt, no pants.
I'm doing Winnie the Pooh for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Winnie the Pooh, exactly. So I think Kyle's sneaky excited for this. Do you guys get the same sense?
I am. My guts hurt, and I'm just trying to just stay. I'm nervous that I might pass gas in front of her.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh! Why do you have all these thoughts?
Because y'all know I got a weak stomach, and so it's like, and all of a sudden I feel pain.
What'd you eat for lunch?
It's a good question.
Ate some egg rolls, some chicken egg rolls.
Oh no!
And I'm starting to feel it right now. I'm starting to feel the gas. The gas bubbling up.
You're in trouble.
I'm for sure going before you.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
That spot's gonna be stanking when you're done.
That's why I brought the soap.
What can we wear? Because it's saying that we shouldn't have tight clothing on. So what can we wear to work
did this
tomorrow?
in the middle of the summer, so I just wore like Nike running shorts or whatever I had on, which was comfortable. Yeah, I think you'll be fine by tomorrow.
They said we can't wear tight clothing, so if I come in with some gray sweatpants on,
Ben might have to wear underwear for the first time in his life.
I don't have any.
That's going to be a problem for you. That's going to be a problem. I would wear basketball shorts. Something loosey-goosey, airy. You know what I mean?
Like I think he's saying they're asking about tomorrow.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's a little sensitive for about 24 to 36 hours.
So you are approving them wearing basketball shorts to work?
Yeah, of course. Homer's wearing basketball shorts right now.
That's true.
Homer.
Yeah, I'm wearing sweatpants tomorrow.
He's a legend.
By the way, it's like 65 degrees outside. Like it's short season in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts tomorrow. First time.
Are you guys going to tip the girls?
Oh,
you have to. And probably sizably, given the
how much is this, by the way?
Not cheap.
Seriously?
I think it was like $80. Now that I think about it, too, I don't think I ever got reimbursed.
You never entered it?
I put it in Concur, and nobody. I think HR saw it and was like, I'm not reimbursing $80 for a Brazilian wax.
Craig told me I'm doing this on my own. Craig and Greg. I tried to get
out of your pocket.
Yeah. But it's for a great cause. We got $1,000 donated towards the European Wax Center. I can't write it on for my taxes. But
$1,000 donated towards the European Wax Center?
Can y'all tell? It's getting closer.
You mean the Mac Fund?
The Mac Fund.
Well, speaking of cleaning, Brad, you know how to clean stuff off.
Speaking of cleaning, Tsunami Express Car Wash is your go-to place to clean your ride. Listen to this deal that Tsunami Express Car Wash is having before April 19th. 50% all washes. You heard me right. 50%. That's 50 off all washes. You'll be able to do that for a quick clean, a top-to-bottom shine. They have you completely covered. Plus, Tsunami Express membership makes the perfect little Easter basket gift for those who want to be like me, who are ceramic members and can get unlimited washes all year long. Day after day after day. A clean car is the gift that keeps on giving. So even though Tsunami Express is closed on Easter Sunday, get ready to take advantage of 50% off all washes now through April 19th. Do not miss out on your chance to wash, chill, and repeat with Tsunami Express Car Wash.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace. Just Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe. Brad's a fraud.
Dang.
No, this is ridiculous. We're getting a Brazilian wax, and he's just going home, and life is good.
I have no interest in being around other men pantless, hot wax, and screaming.
It's called moral support.
You got my moral support.
Could have held
Don't feel it.
Yeah.
Could practice for.
You guys are gonna do great.
Lexi, you know.
I think that's significantly easier.
What's Le Med? Dang.
Like you're waxing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Easy killer. Wrap it up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Things ever happened to you from a breakup?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it, so I had to ask.
I ain't gonna put my old shorties on blast. But
why not? They're old shows.
I've had some
old shows.
My parents listen to this show. I don't want my parents to know the craziness that I've dealt with that they son been a part of.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you. Growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you. Buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you. Building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
It's our lowest prices of the season, in-store and online at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop the season's best values on supplies to make projects your own. Like estate crabgrass preventer or weed and feed, $29.99. Rewards members pay just $24.99. Top choice all-purpose grass seed, $36.99. Save 20% on assorted Hillman hardware, and select Valspar interior paint starts at $27.99 a gallon. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
At Mentality, they leave no man behind. A friend of Mentality suffered a nightmare in January when his teenage daughter was paralyzed after a truck accident. Mentality will be hosting a fundraising event this Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at its office, 2323 North Mayfair Road in Tosa. There will be silent auctions, a 50-50 raffle, food trucks, and free men's health screenings. All money raised will go to purchase an action track chair for this family. Consider stopping by to help this Friday at Mentality from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You got me brainwashed. Download the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Got everything you need there. Listen live, watch podcasts, listen to the weekly wager, 6 to 7 on Wednesdays. Because that's where I'll be at Potawatomi Sportsbook with their dozens and dozens of betting kiosks, seating for over 200. You can reserve VIP spots. They have a full bar, great food. They have everything, plus that 2,000 square foot video wall where if you're a fan of any team, I guarantee if you want to watch it, they will have it up there. You can use your rewards card on those kiosks. Bet above the rest and learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. On Twitter at KBN ESPN, we have a poll out there. And it's double the votes, still same percentage. Which group has a better year in 2025? The wide receivers or the defensive line? Wide receivers, 52%. I would love to hear from that 48% on the defensive line. I feel like it's been very. I heard you, but you said I'm hoping and praying. Other than hoping and praying, I'd like to know.
Hoping and praying on the wide receivers. 32 drop guys, what? Guys who can't get open, what?
I think
inconsistency, what?
I think people are still viewing the D-line as these first-round draft picks and second and third contracts. That they're assigning value to them that way.
They were top 10 in sacks last year, weren't they, Homer?
Okay. You don't believe in that stat.
Homer?
Yes, the defense has vastly been underrated.
So all
team
of
did not yes, the team did not excel last year because of one person more than any others, LaFleur.
So I'm saying...
So you're going to run it back with the D-line. Just run it back.
I mean, that's not ideal.
Yes, because the key to the line is going to be the players they have around the D-line. They'll probably add somebody to it. Cooper.
Yeah.
Defensive line doesn't have to be as good when you got good people behind
But
him.
he'll likely
and
be
Williams.
He'll likely be in coverage. Like
Wherever
a running
he
back or
is.
something. You got to get pressure on the quarterback.
I mean, you played for teams. You took your defensive team, and you didn't care where people played. When you had special players, they changed the way everybody played.
But special players at specific position groups.
Right, but that
D-line is pretty important.
It is, and it's not horrific. It just doesn't have to be. You want it to be special, and we know better than that. But if you have special people, then they have to deal with them, and that
is having one special person you can yell Cooper enough.
Well, I think Williams will be good. McKinney will be good. They've got how many good defensive players? I expect somebody in the defensive line will be good.
I mean, the hope is that honestly,
pick one. Who would you say Homer's like this guy?
Too early. I need to see him practice.
Too early.
Because you're up at practice all the time.
No, I don't have to be at practice. Other people comment about practice. When Wildy tells me who it is, that's how I believe.
Devontae Wyatt is the guy there. Devontae Wyatt can if he can replicate.
Oh, you're putting your stamp on.
Oh yeah, Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Wyatt. If Wyatt can replicate, remember he got drafted in the first round because he has potential. That's what Goody loves. Goody loves potential over.
I think he's going to take another guy from Georgia
who probably has potential. And so
Michael Williams. He's an edge guy, but probably to be available later because he got hurt last year. And Goody's smart enough to know, even though he got hurt last year, how good he was 2 years ago.
Is he a production guy? High ceiling guy?
Probably high ceiling. Probably had spurts.
We know he's very athletic.
I wonder what
Goody loves the good athletes.
RAS score, relative athletic
be
score.
High. He loves that. I was surprised that Evan didn't know about RAS.
Now you, Homer, I
don't
feel
know
like
when it first came out. Evan Cohen.
Oh,
when he was on, he didn't know about RAS, which I don't know when I first heard about it, but
I started hearing about it since Goody's been drafting.
Yeah, and
it's just been a thing. Since Rashawn Gary, honestly,
it probably is a thing where depending on what team you cheer for, some GMs actually go for guys who have production, and some GMs go for guys who have potential. There's just a difference, and we are in a place where our first round guys, the guys you talk about most, are guys that we always draft based off of Goody, off potential.
Percent chance the Packers take a wide receiver in the first round from Homer.
0. Whatever you want to bet.
That's so definitive.
What do you want to bet?
Homer loves taking people money.
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Odds are even.
No, it's not. That's not at Pato Sportsbook.
Well, look it up on Pato.
It's 4-1.
4-1. All right, you get 4-1.
I'll do 8-1. If it's 0, if you're that confident.
Yeah, if it's 0%, you change the odds.
I said even money. When we make a bet, we can make whatever. No, and he said make it 4-1. I'll go by the odds.
4-1.
I know, but when you say 0%, that moves the odds.
Now 25%. I don't care. It's all what I'm willing to bet. You're right. I have to take it back. I can't say 0% because I'm not willing to bet 0%.
5 to win $25.
No, it's
5 to 1.
It's 4 to 1.
It just changed to 5 to 1.
No, it didn't. You're just lying.
The line is moving.
Pato heard you say 0%. Homer
They
said
moved
0.
up.
They said, "Oh, it's 5 to 1 now."
I'm comfortable with betting whatever.
He tried to swindle you
mulling
even
over.
money.
He did. He tried to take my money.
Homer